Somebody get Will Smith on the phone. Somebody call up Tommy Lee Jones. We need the men in black right now. We have made contact. Damn Area 51, Area 52, we got it. It's in Minnesota. They done made contact. All the Martians, all the aliens, the illegal aliens. See what I did there? You see them right now, family. We have made official contact. Somebody call the men in black because foundational black Americans are standing on certified business. And I want y'all to say hello to the pirates of the Caribbean. And FBA, we standing on business. FBA Friday, we in the house. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black Excellence. Power to the people.
Uh-oh, we done caught the brother husband and the sister wife. We done got them. Uh-oh, they in trouble now. Damn, fam, that took a real quick week, didn't it? Damn, fam, sound like them boys on them. Look like Tom Homan said he gonna do some investigating. Sounds like they about to go right on back home, right where they belong. I mean, damn, you can't believe it's her brother. But we already knew it was because foundational black Americans are always right. So I'm sending this one out to the Black is Beautiful crowd. Shout out to all of y'all and the whole me no black crowd. Well, me no help your ass when you getting deported. Let me know where you at right now. FBA Friday, roll call. What city, town, state, region? We in here rocking heavy. Black Alpha Network, certified foundational black American at its finest. Number one activist, the whole team in here, the whole USA standing on USA business, but they wouldn't know nothing about it because they asses is getting deported. Roll call, how we win all the time, one way, and that be a damn knockout. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Let's go to work. Yes, indeed. Black Alpha, we here Friday. I see you. I see Chicago, Atlanta on the check-in, Savannah 912, DMV 773, Baltimore City 404, Big Philly. I see Charleston. Yes, indeed. Arizona, Fresno, California. Represent all the time. Phoenix is in the place. Florida in the place. Michigan, St. Louis, Kansas City on both sides. Memphis is in here. Columbia, South Carolina. Cambridge is in here. Another Chicago, another Charleston. Compton's in the damn building. Maryland's in the building. I see the 614, Crenshaw in the place, Albany in the place, Louisiana, what's happening, baby? In the place, Toledo, Ohio, that be the 419, shout out, Little Rock, all damn day, Cincinnati, all the way back around to New Jersey, and even Delaware in the place, y'all. And I'm here, and you here, and we better than everybody, and we gonna let everybody know, you only got one thing to do, and that is to get the hell out of our way, mind your own damn business and just stay where you are. And that could be your homeland. Yep. That could be your home village. Yep. That could be right down the street from the zebra or the honey badger or the water whale. I don't care. That's your problem. We're going to be right here in the United States of America, and the FBA takeover is in full effect, reparations generation, and the Renaissance. But fam, why wait when we can regulate? Let's go to Minnesota, y'all. Here we go. Check it out right now. We told them folks that them folks was coming for them. We told them folks that all the aliens, all the five heads, all the Martians, eventually y'all was going to get round up, fam. I'm out here talking about the men in black and look like the men in black is ice and ice is in the ice, snatching them up in the snow. How you get snatched up in the snow? So in the ice, I'm calling ice, and in the snow, you got to go. Family, let's look. Just since I last seen y'all on Tuesday, look what's been going on in that sweet amount of time. They are out there right now going crazy in these streets. And certified salute to the FBA family. Happy holidays, because our holidays are going to be very happy and theirs are not. But that's all good. Watch this, family. Snatching them up, packing them up, racking them up. Get them. What about a collar?
Stand back! Stand back! Move back! This is the freedom. I'm coming to my process immigration.
What country are you from?
I'm from Western Somali.
I'm from Western. He didn't even get it out. Fam, I usually do the slowdowns way later. But we got to slow that one down because I ain't really hear where he's from because that collar was gripping around that neck. Tell me where you from again because it sounded like you from. I don't know where that's at on the map. You got to tell me, bro. One more back.
This is the freedom. I'm coming to my process immigration.
What country are you from?
I'm from Western Somali. I'm coming to my process immigration.
What country are you from?
I'm from Western Somali.
Let's go! Let's go!
You got braids?
I'm dying. Yeah.
Are you okay?
No.
No, I'm not good. My forehead is very cold. He done hit him in the forehead with some mace. How you get pepper sprayed in the forehead? Or was that the 3 head or the 5 head? They were just picking numbers, just spraying them. Look at him, he hurting. You okay? No, I'm not okay. No, hell no, you ain't okay. I am.
Braids?
I'm dying. Yeah.
Are you okay?
No. He's not okay. He's not okay.
What happened?
They put the spray his eye.
Oh.
Sprayed.
Hands of pepper spray out of the car. Unmarked black SUV. We're just coming in for no reason. For no reason.
It's going down in the United States, y'all. It's going down in the USA. I love it here.
Go! Don't touch her! Leave me! I didn't do nothing! Wallahi, let me go! Back up! Stay back! Spray! Spray!
Let her go, man. You're hurting her.
Back up! Back up! Please!
Damn! Hey, you can't even make the pepper spray heat you up in the cold. This is always happening ever since Donald Trump said reverse migration. I love reverse migration. Can I get more of it? All the reverse migration you can give me and all the fries you can give me because I'm going to eat the fries while I'm watching footage of the reverse migration. It all go hand in hand. Fam, did they spray her in the cold? Straight to the face. Blow! Straight up on her. Man, this is ruthless, diabolical.
Back up! Stay back! Spray! Spray!
Let her go, man. You're hurting her.
Back up! Back up! Please, no, that's
Stay behind the line! Ah, my eyes! Freeze her! Let her go! Wallahi, leave her!
Move down! Move down! You don't say now, huh? Yeah, move the down! Move the down!
I'm on the sidewalk.
That's not how it works. Go over there.
Today I was patrolling when we got a call that ICE was at an apartment complex waiting for a guy at an apartment balcony.
I don't give a Let's get your property. Get out of here now. Go. Go. Come back. Then go.
Fam, that ain't looking too much like ICE to me. That look like some authorities. That look like some National Guards up in there. I don't know, dog. It looked like they sending in everybody we said that they was going to send in. Who next? The Marines? Is the damn Air Force going to come and just drop people out the sky? Who knows? Stay tuned.
Go in your house.
Stop fucking touching me. Bitch.
And he put snow in his face. He got hit with a snowball. Who you thought you was talking to? Did he put his hands on an agent, y'all? Did he put a hand? Fam, his ass was talking loud. He ended up on the ground with Frosty the Snowman. God damn.
Bitch.
Look at him. That didn't work too good, did it? Who do you think you're talking to? He in the snow, and he ain't making making snow angels. He making snow illegals. And snow illegals gotta leave. I told y'all, pirates of the Caribbean fleeing out here. It's going down in America. D-Zam.
Don't fucking touch me, bitch!
Wait, fam, did the camera get maced? They look right there. They maced the camera. The camera out here catching strays. Hey, y'all know the camera like, I ain't signed up for this. Hell no. The camera don't even want to be around them. The camera out there getting maced. They macing Grandma, Grandpa, Julio, Romero, Muhammad, the third, the kids, the second, the fifth, all of them, even the camera getting maced.
Sorry, I have tear gas in my lungs. There were more people that showed up, and then kind of slowly more ICE agents showed up. There was definitely tear gas. There was pepper spray, kind of everywhere.
Are you okay, Dad? Oh my goodness,
Don't look like the illegals won this battle. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one to the Department of Homeland Security. The Department of Homeland Security on their feet. Everybody else is laying out on the snow. How you got an illegal snowman? Talk to me now.
Agents were pepper spraying the crowd through tear gas, including at our children who are super young.
You pepper sprayed my 3-year-old daughter!
You did it yourself!
I did nothing, sir!
You pepper sprayed my 3-year-old daughter. Nobody responds and said, you did it to yourself. God damn. Cold blood.
We're back.
Keep going.
Pull us the sidewalk earlier.
I'm telling you, keep fucking
What
going.
happened to
Go.
the sidewalk earlier,
Keep going.
sir?
Keep going.
Pepper sprayed my 3-year-old daughter!
Come back. Watch out. It's a neighborhood. There's a bunch of kids that live here, and now there's tear gas and pepper spray in the snow.
Listen, the police are on their way. So hopefully they can take custody of them. Sir, do me a favor. Put your hands where I can see them. Put your hands where I can see them. So you're not a threat to me. All right?
Do you have a driver's license? You can drive at all?
No.
Okay. Is your mom or can
Do you have a driver's license? No.
somebody come and pick you all up?
They can't right now.
Can your mom and dad come get you? They can't right now.
Do you have any family members, friends, or anybody that can come get you all?
Right now, not close to here.
Do you got a family member or anybody who can come help you? Nope, not right now.
I cannot.
Anyone with a driver's license?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, please stay back 25 feet. Okay, it's okay.
That's illegal. You guys leave him alone. Leave him alone. You guys cannot do that. That's illegal. Call 911. Call 911. They're doing kidnapping. That's illegal. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Stop me, sir. Stop me, ma'am.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. You guys are doing kidnapping. Kidnapping. This is called kidnapping. Kidnapping. This kidnapping. Call 911. Naima, call 911. Piece of work. This is called kidnapping.
No, this is called deportation. Hey, he spit right in front of her too. You know he did that on purpose.
Doing kidnapping. Kidnapping. This is called kidnapping. Kidnapping. This kidnapping. Call 911. Naima, call 911. Piece of This is called kidnapping. This is kidnapping. Sir, this is illegal. This is kidnapping. Kidnapping. It's called kidnapping. Piece of
No, this is called deportation, and you're called illegal. And illegals are going all the way home, and I ain't got nothing to say about it. Family, that's what's been going on just over the last week. Things have been intensified, and it's lovely. You've seen these people getting packed up all across the United States of America, in particular right there in that Midwest area, where they was running their mouth. I don't see no black people there, though. Damn, that's crazy. Still no black Americans. Ain't that something? So me no black, me no help, me your ass got to go. You see what I'm talking about? This is kidnapping. No, this is deportation. All right, this is illegal. No, your ass is illegal. Good point in the chat, too. She talking about call 911. What you think was there already? That was 911. 911 called ICE. Fam, these people think that they're going to call the system of supremacy on the system of supremacy, and the system of supremacy going to help somebody from Somalia. No, no. You got a lot of help. Get your 5 head and your 6 head. You got a big head. Put your head together. If you put your head together, you be Gucci gang. You be all right. You be good. You be on your way home. They was out there spraying them with that. You seen them, man? They was just busting. They was running like somebody was shooting. Made you look. And now everybody is seeing exactly why Donald Trump came out just a few weeks ago and said, nah, we about to get them. We're witnessing, fam, the elevation of what we predicted, all of us, certified 100, just a year ago. We said, man, deportation will turn into something different. Deportation going to turn into something different, fam. And do you know right now they've upped the ante, and they're not only talking about deportation, now they're talking about a whole straight up ban on everything. Now you're starting to see legislation come out where the legislation is saying, well, you know what? How about we just end all immigration? Yes, no lie. They're putting everything, fam. It was TPS. Yep. It was all the protection services they had. Yep. Birthright citizenship. Yep. Now they're literally putting out policies and legislation to be voted on where they're saying, how about a travel ban? Nah, damn that. How about just banning everybody? No immigration in America. Remember, it starts here, it ends there. And that's what we're watching. And family, fresh off the press, Donald Trump came out today, and I'm talking about 2 hours ago. And Donald Trump had another statement for him. He's out there having some type of ceremony for an Olympic gold medal team from back in the 70s or 80s. And he said this for everybody. Watch right here. Donald Trump, tell us how you feel about Mrs. Omar. Mrs. Omar, remember, you was talking about the president. I'm just saying, you're going to have to hold that 5 head. Donald Trump just said this, family, about 2 hours ago. Tell me if you agree. Hunters in the chat if you agree.
And a person that comes in and does nothing but bitch and comes from a place where Minnesota with Somalia, where billions of dollars is being stolen, right? Like candy from a baby. We're not going to let that go on. And it's too great a state to have that happening. And guys like Tom Emmer and others, like them, they're going to stop it. And they're going to be given authority.
Tell me one more time.
And a person that comes in and does nothing but bitch and comes from a place where she shouldn't be telling us what to do. She shouldn't be telling us. And everybody agrees with me. And what's happening in Minnesota with Somalia, where billions of dollars is being stolen, right? Like candy from a baby. We're not going to let that go on. And it's too great a state to have that happening. And guys like Tom Emmer and others, Pete Stauber, guys like them, they're going to stop it. And they're going to be given the authority to stop it. Because this country is not going to put up with it anymore.
Woo, buddy. Damn. Key word right there. Key phrase. They're going to be given the authority to stop it. That man ain't playing. I know y'all come over here, all you little dusty, musty, and always rusty ass tethers. I know you think somehow in your twisted ass brain that Donald Trump is going to turn on everybody to help you. No, you on the chopping block. You done for. And when he says things like everybody agrees with me, that's very, very interesting, family. Very interesting. Why would Donald Trump say that everybody agrees with him? That's very, very interesting of a statement to make, Donald Trump. And we really want to know, why are you out here alluding to how everybody agrees with you? You ain't going to get no pushback. Nothing's going to happen. Could it be because Donald Trump came out and he said that right there, family? I got the biggest vote with black people. They know it's scam better than anybody. Who said that Donald Trump be watching? He be listening. Who said that these people don't be in here taking notes? Why would Donald Trump bring up Black Americans seeing a scam better than anybody? Why would he say that? Did Donald Trump delineate with that statement? Donald Trump didn't say Somalis. He didn't say people of color. No. He said Black people, and he's talking about the only Black people, foundational Black Americans. Yeah, let's go there, family. Did we not just sit there and say last week that foundational Black American delineation is in full damn swing by the very fact that ain't nobody putting this off on us? Everybody clearly is talking about Somalians over there, Black Americans right here. You ain't seeing all of that twisting and turning. Nah, he sound very specific. I got the biggest vote with Black people. They know it's scam better than anybody. Black people, meaning us Black Americans. Scam, meaning Somalians. Delineation, right then and there. So it's about to be up for the pirates of the Caribbean because we staying and everybody leaving. Family, love y'all with the passion. Yes, indeed. We in here right now, and we told everybody that the tide is turned and everything is flipped. Donald Trump, just out of nowhere, says, oh yeah, Black people, man, you know, they know it's scam better than everybody. And we talking about what right now? We talking about scamming from Somalians. He just sat there and clearly delineated us amongst them. So that tells you all the damn time how we moving. And let me show you. I can give you a freeze frame or I can give you the real footage. Fam, this is 2000 and almost 26. Let's give you the real footage. Donald Trump says it right here.
Let me tell you, Black people love Trump. I got the biggest vote. I got the biggest vote with Black people. They know a scam better than anybody. They know what it is to be scammed. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. We did great. Thank you. People, they know a scam better than anybody. They know what it is to be scammed. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. We did great. Thank you. I like this guy.
Woo, buddy. Somalians, that look like all of your we all Black brother. That ain't gonna work. Remember, family, just about 2 months ago, they were telling us that if we all got pulled over, they would see us all the same. And remember, we kept telling them, no, the hell they wouldn't. There ain't a soul on this planet Earth that views Black Americans like they view Africans, Jamaicans, and Haitians, simply because our DNA is different in all aspects, mentally, physically, spiritually. FBA over here, all of y'all over there. I mean, does it take Donald Trump to tell you now? Maybe you get it, because I know you love hearing it from a Mr. Mayo, all right? Especially if a Orange Mayo tells you. Well, Mr. Orange Mayo, he's saying exactly what we said. He don't view y'all as us. So all that we get pulled over talk, that's done for. We done already put a cap on that. So the fact that Donald Trump is talking about scamming Somalian, they're calling them the Somalian scammers, and he says Black Americans know a scam better than everybody. He's basically saying foundational Black Americans see through your tether asses. The same way he sees through your tether asses. The same way the whole country right now is seeing through your tether asses. It is up right now for them. Now everybody's got to deal with one solitary fact, y'all. And what is that? That is what we've been pushing with delineation, separation, and regulation. It has taken over the whole country, y'all. Now everybody's doing it. And you want to talk about people jumping off ship? Let me tell you why we delineated, fam. We delineated for a lot of reasons. It's the backstabbing tribal culture. Do you see how many Africans are turning on Africans now? You see all the Nigerians, they say, we're not Somalian. We don't want nothing to do with them. Nope. All the Kenyans, we don't want nothing to do. The same exact reason why we said we ain't a part of y'all. Now you're going to see why we said that. Because all of the immigrants, though, we all Black crowd, now they saying we don't want nothing to do with the Somalians. Watch this right here. This Tether African dude damn near has a ransom video. And he's begging Donald Trump in America to please get rid of all of the Somalians. And this dude is a damn Nigerian. Fam, delineation has won, and we are the ones who are winning. Watch this right here, y'all. Here we go. Check this out. This man got on a damn straw cowboy hat. Okay, y'all see this man? Y'all see, first off, he done effed up putting that on his damn head. Look at this dude. Look at this dude, y'all. Go ahead and laugh for about 15 seconds before I play this damn clip. Does this man got on an old McDonald? This is old McTumbo. Old McTumbo had a village. Now his ass got to go. This is old McTumbo. Old McTumbo is out here trying to sing a damn dance. Watch him beg, y'all. He's saying, Donald Trump, America, I'm no Somalian. Oh no, when you round them up and you spray them in the middle of the ice and you slam them on the floor, don't do that to me. Do that to the Somalios. There you go right there, y'all. Now you see, when things get real, these folks start turning on each other. Go ahead and tell us what's going on, not old McDonald, old McTumbo. Go ahead.
Americans, the US, the Donald Trump, please, I want you people to take this thing serious. Take it serious. Look at what happened in the UK, United Kingdom. They have already hijacking over there. Look at what is happening. Our brother in Canada. Everywhere, these people are waking up to take in charge in this world. They are not even producing nothing in the world. What are they producing? They can't even produce, not even a pea, not even an eyeglass, not even nothing. Look at Chinese are doing very, very good. They are producing a lot. Look at Japan, they are doing a lot. They are producing a lot. What are these jihading people producing in this our life? They want to Islamize everybody. America, you are the one that God give the power to take these people down because
what? Did he just say, America, you are the one with the power to take these people down? And you ain't lying. That damn hat is way too small. That hat is in full struggle mode, wrapping around that big ass noggin. Homeboy, if you don't take that damn straw hat off. This man said, I will put on a hat that looks like a farmer so I can talk to America. This man is begging America. He said we are the only people that can stop the Islamists and the Somalians and all the other Africans. They turning on each other. Here we go. Let's go. We call this tether on tether crime.
These people, their mindsets, they are working for devil. They are working for devil. I want you, American, to wake up and fight for these people. African is messed up already. They already take Africa already. For these people, African is messed up already. They already take Africa already. American people, you are our savior. American people, you are our savior. You are our savior. You are our savior. Put these people down, please. Get these people down. They are pushing these Muslim things serious. My problem is not about the Muslim. My problem is the way they are unaliving people. Allah Lukabe, I don't know what they're saying. Allah Lukabe, Allah whatever, Allah what? This thing is a brainwash. Nobody's Allah, nobody's a whatever. This is a brainwash. Human being, I care about human being. Please. Please, US. Just watch this video. America.
Man. Damn. Please, US. Listen, watch video, please. No. I don't think that ICE is going to say, we're going to let him go. We're going to go ahead and give him a pass. Your ass getting deported too. See, now they think that if they throw other tethers under the bus, somehow they can get a reprieve and stay in America. No, that ain't how it works. Your ass is going home too, homie. You going home too. Ain't no goddamn old McTumbo gonna do nothing. Old McTumbo, his ass gonna have to go just like every other goddamn Mutombo. How about that one? And how about this one? Family, I told you guys, we going 100 miles an hour on this broadcast today. Let me show y'all now. They are putting out laws that say they want to stop all immigration. Look at this right here, family, straight from the Senate floor. These people ain't playing. Old McTumbo gonna have to go, and he gonna leave with Mr. Muhammad. And now everything is taking shape and form and fashion, and delineation was such a beautiful thing because it put us in a position that we ain't got to deal with these damn people no more. Tethergeddon is here. Look at this, y'all. Here we go again. Please watch this right here. This man said he don't want a travel ban. He said he want to end all immigration to America. Here we go.
Sharia law is a problem that is growing throughout the United States and certainly growing in Texas. My home state bore the brunt of a 4-year mass migration invasion under the previous administration. But there's been a quieter one of Islamists leveraging our immigration system and corporate interest to extend and use diversity visas, chain migration, H-1B visas to flood our country with people who don't believe in it and have no intention of assimilating into it. A new Muslim community in Texas, not even a few days old, 150,000 square foot Muslim community center was opened in Houston. Epic City in Plano, outside of Dallas-Fort Worth, has raised all sorts of questions about their intentions to create a effectively Muslim-only community where Sharia law no doubt will be practiced. Now they've renamed it the Meadow rather than the East Plano Islamic Center, but they continue to develop and grow it. Even as there are almost 300 mosques in Texas and more mosques being built in Texas every day than any other state in the union.
Damn, is it like that? I got my Texas brothers and sisters in the house. Is it on that type of time? I hope y'all following the dots right now. They single out all of the Somalis because now the Somalis are being connected to Islam. Islam is being connected to the terrorists. So now they got every single justification on why. Didn't we say that they're looking at Minneapolis, Minnesota as a test run? And eventually it was going to come down south and people down south going to say, that won't happen here. Here we go. This is the first Jethro Billy Bob right here, fam. Jethro is saying, I'll be damned if you do down here what you did up in damn Minnesota. Here we go. Here go that northern, southern supremacist, fam. It's like that in Texas. Damn. Damn, I'm seeing y'all right now. We in here. We together. Let's go. Yes, indeed. This is what it is. Fam, they spooking all the Mayos, and the Mayos are saying, hell no. Oh, it's about to get real.
But meanwhile, let's look at what's going on in the United States broadly.
Here we go. See, right there. What I say? He started off with Texas, and then he says, let's talk about the United States broadly, everything across the country. Here we go. Tell us what you really was getting at, Jethro.
Our nation's foreign-born population has reached 51.9 million people.
Woo!
Comprising some 16% of our population. We're at the highest levels of percentage in our history. The last time we had a similar level of foreign-born population in roughly 1920, we froze immigration.
There we go.
And largely for about 40 to 50 years, we froze it. And then it has been exploding over the last 50 years. I've introduced legislation called the Pause Act to pause immigration.
Woo!
And the Pause
Act, it's going down, y'all. Freeze immigration, the Pause Act. Last week, it was reverse migration. This week, it's the Pause Act. Oh, loving it. 2026 about to start off with a bang.
Pause it until we get our hands around all of the problems that are currently plaguing our immigration system. The abuse of birthright citizenship.
Woo!
To have profit-centered ways to create American citizens by people coming here, coming across the Rio Grande, having children, making citizens that then can use American resources, our hospitals, our schools, our legal system, our welfare. We continue to allow a broken visa system to have extended family members be brought into the United States expansively and purposefully. H-1B program has been exploited and abused now for years and must be abolished or massively reformed.
Family, it's going all the way down. This is what we talking about, fam. We were just saying that this situation was about to escalate, and the escalation is here, okay? And they got here really damn quick because things move so fast in America. Think about it, y'all. The liberals, let's go there. Let's talk about the left and the right, okay? The left and the right, and the Democrat, Republican, and the way they view supremacy, right? Remember, Chuck Schumer and all the liberals, they were all about, we need to bring in more people because them birth rates are on the floor. Y'all remember that? Well, we need to have a bunch of new illegals because the birth rates. This all goes back to them damn birth rates. And it's the two different ideologies within the ideology and the praxis of white supremacy. You got one white supremacist who says, let's bring in all these foreigners, we'll elevate them above the black folks, and we can try to get them numbers popping again. Then you got the conservative who's like, hell no. Tell you what we'll do. We'll pause immigration up in this damn thing. We'll shut down the borders and we'll just deal with each other. We'll deal with them black Americans before we deal with them Somalians. This is all a play, y'all. All this is a play. This has been set up. Donald Trump was talking about this before he even ran for president this second time, fam. This is all set up. You think reverse migration, the Pause Act, you think all this stuff just came up after Thanksgiving when those National Guard people were harmed? Do you think this all started then? Or was this something already in motion? This was all in motion, fam. So you're dealing with right now Donald Trump and them saying, now listen, we're going to close everything. We're going to go ahead and travel ban everything. And America's going to be for Americans. And it ain't going to be for no damn body else. Birthright citizenship, them is for black folks. Okay? Them black folks, they are American. We shut down everybody else. You notice that they keep throwing that out there and keep saying it over and over and over again. This is all a big play. I'm expecting that you're going to end up seeing immigration end up getting paused. I believe Donald Trump's going to go through with that, family. I believe so. I believe there's going to be a freeze. And I want you guys to notice the justifications and the alibis in which they're using. What they're doing is they're bringing up the 1920s. They're talking about post, during World War I and World War II, what they ended up doing, they ended up freezing a lot of things. And the reason why they ended up doing that, family, is because they were talking about getting those numbers up back then. When they're talking about coming out of a depression, going into a depression, you're talking about World War I, World War II. When you're talking about all of that, family, the dominant society was struggling with something crazy. The dominant society was super struggling. They was like, oh no, what can we do to get our numbers back up? You're seeing the same exact thing now. This is why that was the first thing that he brought up. The first thing that he brought up, family, was he was saying, wait a minute. Let's just go ahead and do what we did post World War I, World War II. Let's just go ahead and do that as well. So now the dominant society is pulling out all their old things. Donald Trump already pulled out the Alien Enemies Act, the Reverse Immigration Act, all that. Now the Pause Act, family. They're going to use all of those as a means and a justification to go ahead and freeze it. They're going to make it look like America is in a massive turmoil. What I expect is you're going to see more and more footage and more stories about these illegal immigrants coming here and scamming us. Eventually, there's going to be a story about them harming us, which already happened on Thanksgiving, where that Afghanistan national, he ended up unaliving that National Guard woman. I heard the guy is breathing on his own today. They're probably going to spin him around. He's going to be on ABC, all the morning shows. He's going to be flipping coins at the Super Bowl and the NFL. And they're going to use that guy, the National Guard guy. Trust me. Listen to me as I tell you. The National Guard guy that survived that attack just on Thanksgiving, they're going to use him as a national hero, as a catalyst for them to push forward freezing immigration in the United States of America. But it was something that was already planned. That guy that was talking right there, he did a whole damn interview as well. Look at this right here, my good brothers and sisters. Watch this. This is him. And he goes ahead and he's already making rounds. He's already on Fox News making rounds, y'all. This ain't sitting here just something they came up with. This man already making rounds and he's pushing his policy. Watch this.
What we're dealing with right now is the consequence of a radical left that wanted open borders on purpose and then lied about it. You went through all the sort of phases of how they treat their message. But the truth is, when you've got the situation we have with wide open borders under Biden and Mayorkas, or importantly, through the legal channels with the abuse of H-1B visas, the abuse of diversity visas, the abuse of chain migration, when you have people that are being put on welfare, and they denied it for a long time because it does not sell very well, but they're basically acknowledging it. And when we went through the big, beautiful bill, remember, we were trying to put work requirements. We were trying to make sure that no illegal immigrants could get Medicaid and welfare. And they said, oh, it's not happening. But it is happening. And Gavin Newsom just admitted it's happening. And so what you've got to do is pause, because we have 51.5 million foreign-born people in the United States, 16% of the population, the highest percentage we've had since the early 1900s. And we paused in 1920, and we had about 40 years where we kind of reclaimed our sovereignty as people assimilated. And that was a group of immigrants who wanted to assimilate. Well, the vast majority of the people that have been coming in from all over the world, particularly the Islamists, do not want to assimilate. Hardworking people, Hispanics in Mexico and in the Northern Triangle and in Central America, a lot of them do want to come to America, achieve the dream, and assimilate. But there are millions that are being shoved into our country by basically the corporate world wanting to abuse H-1B visas and the diversity visas to pump this country full of people who don't want to assimilate. We should pause, and then we should reset all of those issues.
Woo, baby! basically every goddamn thing I just said. Go ahead, Mr. Mayo. That's what he's really saying. They're talking about getting them damn birthright numbers in order, okay? Because they don't like the way them numbers been looking. So they're sitting there saying, let's go ahead and bring these people in. Let's pause this stuff because it's getting too much out of control. And they're associating and attaching these people to all of the crimes in which they do. This is why it's been a firestorm with everybody in America. And they looking and they're going, yeah, this kind of true. That's why Donald Trump said things like, everybody agrees with me. Why do you think Donald Trump said that? Why do you think he out of nowhere, unsolicited, brings up black people know a scam better than anybody? Why do you think Donald Trump brings all that up? He did all of that because he wants everybody to get behind a policy. Donald Trump wasn't just saying that to say that, brothers and sisters. Donald Trump was saying that because he got some policies like the Pause Immigration Act that he wants people to get behind. So you can already see him campaigning for it, and eventually it's going to come through. And then when you talk about all of this happening and all of these things going down, one of the other things that Black Americans certifies what we're doing, we're taking advantage of this because at a time where American nationalism is being amplified and pushed to the magnitude, that's the same exact time that we've been delineating and we've been standing on our own purpose. So these two things go hand in hand. It's not like we sat down and watched what these people were doing. We were delineating and standing on FBA business regardless. It just so happens to be at the same time where there's been this immigration influx. So when you put those two together, what do you have? You got this situation here. And family, you got to be cautious because you got a lot of people out there that do want to do harm to the United States of America. Yes, the hell they do. How do you know? Let me tell you, Donald Trump, I know y'all listening. Okay, I know y'all listening. Probably in about 20 minutes, y'all going to start messing with the numbers on the video, but it's all gravy. Let me tell you something. There are a lot of people who want to harm America. And Black Americans, we do see scams more than anybody. But let me tell you something that you failed to mention, Donald Trump. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what it is. Not just the scams that we see better than anybody, because your community has always tried to scam us. It's not just the scams. No, Black Americans see people who don't like America more than anybody. Because we're the ones on the front line hearing them tethers bash America. We've been seeing the Pan-Africans talk about how evil America is. Family, who has had a front row seat to seeing anti-Americanism more than a foundational Black American? That's all the tether is. All the tether is an anti-American hater. All the Pan-African is an anti-Black American and American hater. I was saying this a long time ago, y'all. All of us, we were conditioned to believe that, I used to be a Pan-African. No, you were not. You were not a Pan-African. Pan-Africans hate America. So even when Black Americans back in the 80s and 90s wanted to see Africa uplifted, it wasn't because we hated America. So who really hates America more than a Pan-African or a tether? That's all a tether is. A tether is an anti-American. So damn the scams that we see, we already know that. We've been seeing these ungrateful haters who want nothing more than to see America fall. Y'all remember post 9/11, they would show us all those videos with people burning the flag and saying bad things come to America. Well, all of those people ended up coming here when they opened them damn borders. Yeah. Go back to 9/11. I know y'all remember. Y'all remember during the whole early 2000s, they would sit there and say, this is footage from Somalia. And in Somalia, they'd be like, America! They'd be burning our flags. Y'all remember that, right? Y'all remember Afghanistan? These are the scenes from Afghanistan. They'd be spitting on our flag, stepping on our flag. Well, all of those people ended up coming to the United States because they opened the damn borders. And we were the first ones saying, whoa. Hell no. Because when they get here, they encounter us first. And then when they encounter us, what do? They hate us. So we've been the first ones that been ringing the alarm, telling everybody, you want to see a real person who hates America? Go look at these foreigners who come here. The same foreigner you seen on Fox News in 2002 that was burning the American flag, that's the same exact person who done crossed this damn border, came to our goddamn community, and is working at Lowe's and trying to take our jobs. Now America is seeing exactly what we've been saying the whole time. What happened this summer during all the ICE protests? First thing they did was start burning the American flag and waving their flags. These tethers, these foreigners, these mops, they ain't nothing but anti-American. You don't believe me? Watch this, family. I came across this right here. Yep, I remember that. Yep. In Pakistan, they were cheering on 9/11. Absolutely. Yep, they were cheering. Y'all remember all the people across the world that were cheering during 9/11? These people don't love America. Next thing you know, here come the goddamn Democrats, open the goddamn borders and bring all these people here and then put them in our community. Do you know how many anti-American people are pushed into the Black communities because the Democrats allowed a bunch of terrorists to come here? Hell no. All Donald Trump's doing right now is he's trying to clean up all of these American haters that the Democrats allowed to come in here. And they thought they was going to take some damn anti-American hater from Pakistan, Afghanistan, Islamabad. They was going to come here from Somalia and Ethiopia and say, here, let's put them in Compton. Let's put them in Baltimore. Let's put them in Savannah. Let's put them in St. Louis. Hell no. Watch this, fam. If you want to know who's been pushing the line, watch this. I came across this on TikTok. You've got Somalians openly threatened to do a harm to America. And some brothers caught it on TikTok. You got somebody saying, well, you be careful. Y'all know how they be talking. You Americans be careful because something bad will come to you. You will have something bad come to America. And some brothers on TikTok was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Are you threatening my country? Hold up. America is FBA. We've been pushing the line. Remember, nobody protects this country more than foundational Black Americans. Our work speaks for itself. Check our resume. Some brothers heard this stuff and they was like, tag this person's profile and go ahead and put this individual on a call to ICE. Watch this, family. Here we go. Watch this. Somalian Tether says Minnesota was promised to Somalians 3,000 years ago. And watch how this turns left real quick and this person starts threatening America.
I just wanted to explain that obviously I'm not in America, but a lot of changes are going to happen soon. There is something.
Yep, you're right. And we're going to start with getting y'all out of our country with deportations. That's how we're going to start.
I don't want to say it because I don't want this to be recorded.
Ma'am, this is recorded anyway. Everything you say is recorded.
Okay, I don't care.
After every one of these lives, I get the recording.
Yeah, but I didn't.
And it sounds like you're trying to do some smearism attacks on my country. Is that what you're trying to say? Are you trying to say that we got to be worried about acts of violence from the Somalian community?
I'm just a Canadian, so I don't know.
Is that what you're trying to say? Because we ain't really worried about that either. We got the strongest military in the world.
It's not even that. I thought that's.
We got the best military in the world, ma'am.
It's not even about military. It's just.
Ma'am, are you trying to threaten us? It sounds like you making threats towards America.
The only thing I'm saying is that nobody should touch any Somali.
Hey,
that's all I'm saying.
Hey.
She didn't answer it. She didn't answer it. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard she dancing around it. That's that straight up talk. Y'all done heard this before when they be talking in these little codes. One day America will go down. You know what we'll do. And bro, like, hold up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you threatening this country? And she said, I'm just saying. No, speak on it.
Are you trying to threaten us? It sounds like you making threats towards America.
The only thing I'm saying is that nobody should touch any Somali.
Hey,
that's all I'm saying.
Hey, somebody report this profile. I'm finna block you.
Bye.
Somebody report her profile to ICE. Report her profile to ICE. Somebody report her profile to ICE, y'all. I'm serious. That woman, she is low-key making threats.
I just wanted to.
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that, family? We heard that, family. We know what it is. This is what's been going on. So hell yeah, send them home. Absolutely. You already know. And trust me, that's just the one that was caught. Fam, how long we been hearing that for the longest time? Anytime someone comes and says, you Black Americans have no culture. You Black Americans, this, that, and the other thing. Y'all know they really hating on America. They'll do all that. Yeah, absolutely. Loud and clear, family. And this is what we're going to start to do. Because I want all my brothers and sisters, you see something, you say something. If something is out there and it's funny style and it makes you feel uncomfortable, you go ahead and make sure you turn that individual in. Hell yeah, you turn that person in. Damn right. Yes, indeed, family. You're the American. You ain't got to sit back and let none of that go down. We're going to start exercising how foundational Black Americans get out. We're going to start exercising that because remember, if you don't like America, then you don't like my homeland. And my homeland is the reason why your ass is even here. Remember that you're going to have to respect one way or another. And this is what we on right now because a hell of a lot of these people been popping up out the woodwork. So when Donald Trump and them are talking about what they saying and we're out here delineating, it's a good thing that we put a pause on all of that, family, because FBA all damn day. And when you certify all the time. So we really representing and we letting it be known. And they're also out here letting everybody know that the 14th Amendment in birthright citizenship is for foundational Black Americans. And a lot of people now are starting to get that rude awakening. Family, are you noticing more and more? It was Donald Trump. Have y'all been noticing more and more of the male mafia? They've been coming out and they've been going out of their way to talk about how birthright citizenship applies to us and nobody else. And remember when all the $2 Tontos we're running around here talking about they're the real natives and how birthright citizenship is theirs as well. No, it's not. No, it's not. Now you're getting a lot of these W's and they coming out and they're saying, oh, by the way, birthright citizenship, that don't apply to $2 Tonto, $5 Indian, no dollar Indian. No, y'all don't get it either. It's only for Black Americans. Matter of fact, let me show y'all this right here. Watch this right here and tell me how you feel about it. Native Americans, $2 Tonto, do not even have birthright citizenship, but U.S. Blacks do. Watch this right here. For all the people out there talking about birthright citizenship, the Supreme Court, let me go ahead and tell you who it applies to and who it doesn't. I know they love hearing it come from the dominant society because when we say it, they don't want to hear it, but now enjoy it. Watch this.
Or the Supreme Court now, they just accepted this case. So it's very important.
With them accepting it, it brings me back to what I just mentioned about Senator Howard out of Michigan. The original text of the 14th Amendment did not include and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. So it's got to mean something. Can you explain to my audience and me, what does it mean?
Yeah, very fast. After the Civil War, we enacted the 13th Amendment to outlaw slavery, the 14th Amendment to provide due process and equal protection to the freed slaves, and then the 15th Amendment to provide voting rights to the freed male slaves, which was extended to women in the 19th Amendment. But part of the 14th Amendment has a birthright citizenship clause. And the point of that was to give citizenship automatically through the 14th Amendment to the children of the freed slaves, so they could not be denied citizenship by subsequent Congresses. And as part of that debate, as you said, Joe, there is a provision in there that says that all persons subject to the jurisdiction of the United States gets birthright citizenship. And that has a very specific legal meaning. Subject to the jurisdiction means that you are loyal to the United States. So, for example, if you are an ambassador's child born in America, foreign ambassador's child born in America, you do not get birthright citizenship. If you are an invading army and you have a child in America, that child does not have birthright citizenship. If you were an American Indian, the Supreme Court held more than 100 years ago that American Indians were not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States.
Oh, wow.
And did not get birthright citizenship.
This is why you done disappeared off of TikTok, Tonto? Is this why? Fam, it's been real quiet over there in Tonto land. Tonto been real quiet. Because your people went to war with America. Yeah, so did the Somalis. Remember, y'all, you can't have birthright citizenship if you're coming from a country that has openly and actively participated in conflicts with America. That applies basically to all y'all. How do you know? Because our people fought in every war.
We're an American Indian. The Supreme Court held more than 100 years ago that American Indians were not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States.
Oh, wow.
And did not get birthright citizenship. So Congress had to provide birthright citizenship through statute. So ask this dispositive question. If American Indians did not get birthright citizenship under the 14th Amendment, how the hell would illegal aliens? Or the Supreme Court now.
Man, you wake up FBA and you're just winning. If you woke up foundational Black American this morning, shout out to you because you ain't even got to do nothing. All you got to do is just sit back and watch your money grow. We're going to put some of them 20s on top of some of them 10s, okay? We're going to throw some 50s and some 100s on it. You heard me, man. That right there. This is what it's about. Birthright citizenship applies to us, and we know it, and the American government knows it. Fam, there's a very, very few things that the American government will acknowledge belongs to us, and that's one of them. I don't know how you're going to go back and forth with that there. This is why $2 Tonto been quiet. I know you on that reservation. I know you slamming down that damn reservation liquor. I know you took all your reparations money and you put it in a big-ass bottle, and it's over with for you. It's a wrap. Now it's all coming back to the foundation because everything goes to the foundation. Family, this movie was over before it started, all right? You the question and the answer. All of this mumbo jumbo and all these people running their mouth, fam, that was just a small fry for a small time. It was always going to go back to foundational Black Americans are the number one, the originators, the lineage, heritage, and culture, the excellence, because that is how this thing started. And now you look, and the birthright citizenship on top of the reverse migration and the Pause Act, all this is doing is strengthening FBA. So it's a time right now where we be out here waving our flag and everybody's starting to see it. They're delineating. Donald Trump is going out of his way to talk about Black Americans. Fam, he's going out his way to be like, y'all are not like them, and they damn sure ain't like you. You're seeing it more and more every single goddamn day. More and more. And the block is getting real hot for these tethers. The block is getting real hot for these tethers. Another thing that coincides with our delineation.
Things might not be so funny anymore.
You've been seeing a lot of these tethers that have been coming out here, and they've been doing what? They've been running their mouth on social media. There's been this wave, fam, for about the last 6 or 7 years where these tethers been getting on social media disrespecting us, right? And Foundation of Black Americans, we said, all right, cool, go ahead and watch. Now you guys see that Donald Trump is also putting in a law that says if you come to the United States of America, they can watch and they can observe your social media account. Let me tell you how that plays out, okay? That plays out simply as this. If your social media account is bashing the United States of America, you cannot come here. If your social media account is bashing Black Americans, you cannot come here. If your social media account is filled with anti-FBA talk or propaganda from your homeland, you cannot come here. And it's only being escalated. These things all start off with a hush and a whisper, and then they end up growing. A lot of the things that we're talking about now were things that we spoke about 2 months ago. It's only blossomed to a higher level, and the intensity has been increased. And since the intensity has been increased, we've been sitting back watching it. So all y'all tethers, y'all be in our chat right now, all them tethers that be sitting there saying, oh, you Black Americans, you Tariq Nasheed. I'm gonna tell you right now, all y'all tethers that be hating on my brother Tariq, all of your social media is going to get qualified, disqualified, and sent the hell out the damn door. Meaning they're going to put your ass up for review, qualified, then they're going to snatch your ass out, disqualified. Y'all got something to say, my sister Natural. Sister Natural, you so damn mean. Yep, and your ass is going to leave because Natural is an American. So is Black Alpha, so is the 2.4 thousand people we got in here. So the social media accounts now are being watched and examined. And dealing with Black Americans, it is littered with anti-American stuff. They don't believe me, then they're going to have to see me. Watch this right here, and this tells you it is on like Grey Poupon. Watch this.
Memes might not be so funny anymore, at least for travelers looking to visit the U.S. The Trump administration says it could soon require visitors to submit 5 years of social media history. And if they find something they don't like, you could be barred from entering. Currently, citizens from countries participating in the visa waiver program, including the UK, Germany, and Australia, must register online and pay $40 before they're okay to travel to the United States for up to 90 days. But according to the federal registrar, the new rule would not only require applicants to share their social media, but undergo a more detailed examination of their history, including the names of family members and where they live, and a selfie of themselves. Let's bring in our Christian Cordero. All right, so this could be really interesting. Let's talk more about this new rule and what more it would mean for visitors looking to come to the U.S. What do you think?
Well, there will be a lot of concerns and questions about the specifics of all of it, Kira, but you laid it out really well, right? And this is worth noting that it's up for public comment for 60 days before it is potentially adopted, the new rule. So many of those questions, if not all of them, will come to fruition. But you see the 42 countries that are eligible for the visa waiver program right now. It's most of Europe, certainly Western Europe. Australia, Japan, Singapore is among them. And when you look at this list, a few things stand out. One is that the president just last night said that he would like to see more, whether it's tourism or immigration from certain Scandinavian countries there among those. And then also we think about the World Cup, the Olympics that are both happening under the current administration. And so it'll be interesting to see how this squares with that. But as you can see right there, the new rules that are being proposed include 5 years of social media history submitted, a detailed examination of a person's history, including the names of family members and where they live, and then that selfie that is submitted in addition to registering their passport. The visa waiver program allows...
Stop, family. That right there is a whole registration form. You got to put up a selfie. They can go back 5 years, 10 years. You got to register. These people got to register to come here to the United States of America. This is a complete opposite of what's been going on in the United States, fam. This has turned the game upside down. There ain't no way around this right here. It's about to get way hectic to come to the United States of America, our homeland.
countries, tourism rather, from those countries for up to 90 days. And it costs $40 to apply, and that is valid for 2 years. And so this would add another layer on top of that. But there's no doubt here that there's a lot of questions about how practical and legal and ethical this new mandate would be.
And what about private messages?
Yeah, and that's one of the questions, right, that a lot of people would have issue with if they needed to have their social media public. Then how far could the administration go to look at their private messages? But we've seen the administration go so far to say that they are monitoring people who are here for student visas, for example. So this is part of the larger immigration crackdown, whether it's through illegal or legal channels that the administration has vowed to crack down on and add tighter restrictions to. But how it actually plays out, time will tell, because as I mentioned, public comment is open until February.
Memes might not be so funny anymore, at least for travel.
Not so funny anymore. Ha! Hell no, it ain't. Sounds like the tide done turned and everything's done shifted on all of these anti-Black American people. And now you're seeing what we had already told everybody, is that in the United States of America, we run this thing. This is all about us. And this is why they were telling us we were divisive, because of this. This is why they were talking about a hate group and a cult, because of this. All that anti-FBA rhetoric was because they knew this was coming. And foundational Black Americans, we're the ones with the power. Remember, if we pushed against this, this wouldn't happen. It's the fact that we're out here right now saying, oh, I'm cool with it. Hell yeah. Because the people Donald Trump is going after are the people who've been coming after us. So it's simple mathematics. Go ahead. Have fun. Deport them, snatch them up, whatever it is. I'm a good American. I'm a taxpaying citizen. See, unlike them, I don't scam from taxpayers by the billions of dollars and send them back to my homeland. Nope. No, we're taxpaying citizens. So therefore, we got the right to do what we want. Remember, y'all, every single thing, I mean this, every single thing that you've been hearing them say about us is because they were afraid that this right here was going to happen and they wanted Black Americans to get involved. This is why, y'all. On one hand, you have Donald Trump bringing up Black Americans can see scams better than anybody. And then on the other hand, you've got all these damn tethers running around here. And what are the tethers saying? Black Americans come save us. Everybody's vying for Black Americans to assist them, including the President of the United States of America. So if the President of the United States is bringing us up because he wants us to get behind his policy of sending home Mr. Muhammad, and then Mr. Muhammad is saying we all Black because he wants us to stop the President of the United States, that means we're in the picture perfect position. And you only get this by being what? By being on code. And this is what being on code looks like. Rest in peace to all the brothers and sisters who never got a chance to see this foundational Black American renaissance. But I'm telling you right now, it feel good as hell. It feel damn good. And when you start calling out these renaissance and these people and all the scams that these individuals been doing, you got to start with this right here. You got to, because now they're getting real deep on this damn Omar. Omar, it started off when you was running around here and you was trying to elevate all these people above us. Well, now, Omar, these damn ops done got real hot on your block. And now they're saying she's about to get arrested. Family, this was put out today where they are now finding all of her license. They done some digging. They done pulled some things up and the damn dirt has gotten thicker. They are seeing this clear as day. And by the way, her brother moist as hell. You thought you was going to marry your moist brother and you was going to end up getting something? Look how they've been connecting these dots now, family. This just came out and everybody's out here watching it and saying, uh-oh, it's about to get real. Uh-oh, it's about to go down. Look at some of these receipts, fam. Everybody's starting to see it and they're connecting the dots to her and her brother. I don't see how you're going to make it past this. And remember, Donald Trump was the main one out here bringing this up. Donald Trump was the main one out here saying, well, hold on, wait a minute now. You did marry your damn brother. So this just ain't like it's somebody on the internet just talking. No, look at this right here, family. They done found the damn filings. They done found the goddamn names. They done put the names with the damn dates. And it all goes back to the case that not only are you involved in this magnitude, massive scandal where you scammed so many Americans, now it's starting to come out that you scammed everybody to get here. And a lot of people now are predicting that she's about to go ahead and get completely snatched up and pushed out of her job because she is target number one. You got to remember, y'all, she now has become the catalyst and the prop for their pausing migration. It's bigger than her at this point. All she is the face. You know how the dominant society works. The dominant society finds somebody and they make them a face of what they wanted to do in the first place. They already wanted all of these Somalians gone, and they use her now to come after. So this is why they're connecting her to the fraud, and the fraud to her brother, and the brother to her ass going out of America. Watch this and enjoy. Watch this right here, y'all. This shows you the way the game is moving, and more people are coming out. It ain't just Black Americans calling them out now. Now it's the whole country. Watch this.
What's that? That's the marriage certificate for Omar to her brother. Who posted it? The White House. Yeah, she's probably not going to be here for a long time. If she's allowed to stay after the White House posted that, there's a bigger problem here in this country. They posted all the details of when he arrived, when they got married, everything. On top of all the fraud that she's allegedly involved in, it looks like they're a lot deeper into that investigation than they're letting us see. But her time is coming, and I'm here for it because we've been having this conversation so long, probably a good close to a decade, if not more. Are you going to appreciate and celebrate if she gets deported?
Yeah, you goddamn right. Because I'm celebrating all her people getting deported. Ain't nothing to it. How about this right here? More and more people. I said it on Tuesday. The ops are getting closer and closer. I don't know how she gonna duck these ops, but I ain't trying to save her.
Provided with documentation here, now posted by the White House, seems certainly worthy of a full-scale investigation. Do you hope that happens?
Yeah, I hope that happens. And the great thing about immigration fraud is if this is all true, which it clearly is, I mean, this has been something that's been rumored for years, and we finally have an administration that's investigating immigration fraud, and how poetic will it be if Ilhan Omar actually defrauded the United States in her way to become a citizen, and as serving as a member of Congress. The great part of this from the administration standpoint is if she committed immigration fraud, they can deport her. So yes, there are criminal penalties for defrauding the United States and participating in immigration fraud. But the great part of that is if she committed fraud to get into the country, then she's not legally able to be in the country, and the United States of America can quickly deport her back to Somalia. And then obviously that seat will be vacant. But that's the great part about this is the administration, once they have found that she did in fact commit immigration fraud, they can arrest her and have her deported because she is not legally in the country.
What would that look like? Would it effectively look like a DNA test? I guess you'd have to have something, they have plenty of corroborating evidence that comes through the marriage document and marriage certificate. Yeah. And then also Somali community members saying this is obviously the same family.
I mean, I don't even think if you have the marriage licenses and you can prove that that's her brother, I don't even think you need DNA tests. If the paper, you have to file a marriage license. Obviously they can track down who this person is and who she is and how they came into the country. I think it would actually be pretty easy to prove that they committed fraud to get into the country, and then therefore she is not legally here in our country, and therefore she can be deported immediately. And I would imagine Homan, because he has stated that they're going to investigate this, I would imagine this is the top of his pile of immigration fraud cases.
Woo! Did you bring in Tom Homan? Did Tom Homan say he's on the case? Yes, he is on the case. And it seems like the whole American country is on the case. Because family, how did it go? It started off with Black Americans saying, you know what, fam, I'm going to tell everybody how this is directly a result of foundational Black Americans, and I'm going to connect every dot. Let me start off with this. Wasn't it Black Americans who were the first people to say, you know what, I don't think somebody who's a non-American and a foreigner needs to have any type of job as a politician? That was us who said that. And let me tell you why I knew that was us, is because we came here and we seen all these damn tethers who are in the damn Democratic Party, and they write all these damn laws for immigrants and elevate them above us. It was Black Americans who started that. Fam, I'm going to say the same goddamn thing I said during the election. Do not let MAGA and the conservatives make it look like they're the main ones who've been on this delineation, deportation, separation stuff. It all started with us. Donald Trump wouldn't even be president right now if it wasn't for foundational Black Americans calling out all these damn illegals. Because remember, he who feels it more knows it more. We are the ones who feel it more because they come to our communities, literally get dumped off in our communities and take all the jobs. We were the ones sitting there seeing Barack Obama, a damn tether, out here putting all these damn foreign laws in place above us. Kamala Harris, a damn tether. coming out here putting all these damn foreign laws, Hakeem Jeffries, all these damn people that'll break their back to serve a damn illegal immigrant, don't do a damn thing for black folks. We were the ones sitting there saying, nah, we ain't getting behind these foreign politicians no more, because they always were putting the foreign politicians in our spaces. So that all goes back to us. The dominant society now is picking up on it. Now the dominant society's out here and they're like, yeah, you know, we need to stop these people who ain't got no business coming to America and working for America. Man, that all started with us, homie. That all started with us. And now that has trickled to the point where they're looking at all these people differently. Everything is in foundational Black American handwriting, y'all. Remember that, okay? Everything is in foundational Black American handwriting. There's not a damn thing that you're going to see that goes on in the United States of America that FBA don't play the #1 massive effect, man, because we are one of one. We are the main players and everybody's seeing it. So now they're basically adopting what we've been saying. We were the ones out here saying, no, hold up now, get these people out the paint. Now these people are getting out the paint. We were the ones out here saying, no, these individuals ain't us. Now everybody's saying they ain't us. Look, fam, the gains in which we have made, the strategic measures in which we have taken, it's all starting to pay dividends. And the dividends out here got everybody afraid right now. So they're starting to investigate her based on all the things that we were already calling out. And the fact that we called these things out, now it's like, wait a minute now. Is it getting even worse for them? I mean, when I say it's getting worse for them, family, they done went full speed on the dirt that this woman got. This woman got so much goddamn dirt. It's crazy. Look at this right here, fam. Look at this right here. Oh, man. Y'all remember we were talking about her and how she was married all those different times? Do y'all know that her husband walked in on her with another guy? Man, I'm not lying. You can't make this up. Watch this, fam. Them damn W's are on her bumper. Watch this.
Meanwhile, federal records reveal Congresswoman Ilhan Omar's husband got more than $600,000 in coronavirus relief money for his political consulting firm, on top of the millions that his company received from her election campaign. Charles Payne is hosted Making Money on the Fox Business Network. He joins us now. Charles, you'll have to explain this one to me. We'll put it up on the screen. This is the E Street Group, receiving in total $634,900 in funds. PPP.
Woo, fam, look at them numbers. Look at them numbers. Oh, they on you. Oh, I don't see how you coming back from this. This on top of your community be scamming? Oh, she's become the face of this.
$134,000 of that, disaster loans, $500,000. Why?
You know, the big knock against the whole PPP program was that 1% of the recipients got 25% of the money, and often they were very well-connected, very rich people or organizations. And there's no doubt that's true. There was a sort of sense of urgency, though, to get the money out, hoping that if there were flaws, at least it would help the most the ones who were in the most dire need of the cash. And a lot of it did, they're going to have another chance to do it again and probably be more tailored or more specific. But this just kind of speaks to sort of these insiders who have the ability to take advantage of these sort of things all the time. And then, of course, this particular group of people, it's so bad in the sense that, Sandra, they're always knocking everything, right? They knock everything that President Trump did. They always knock America. They always talk about how unfair everything is. And here they are feeding at the trough when other people really needed this money more desperately because they knew how to get it. So they did.
That firm was also paid more than $2 million since the start of the year, Charles, from Omar's campaign for digital advertising, fundraising, consulting, website production. She announced last month, I should mention, in November, that her campaign was terminating its contract with that firm because of all the scrutiny that she was receiving over those payments.
Yeah, but no money's going to be returned. I mean, listen, services were delivered, but this is something people were talking about, this cozy relationship long before November. She had a chance to take care of it then. She did not. It was too much money, millions of dollars. It was too much to ignore. They took it. They'll take a little bit of scrutiny. It won't be a lot. The media will not focus on it. It will go away. But the bottom line is America's distrust in the public, America's distrust in the media. This is why both are in free fall.
If you look right now, if you see right now, every day you turn on the news, there's more and more evidence pointing to this individual, Omar, getting completely exposed and eventually charges. And you're dealing with Donald Trump. So when you're dealing with Donald Trump, all of this becomes clear. And family, if you really want to go all the way there and all the way into this situation, it gets real because Tom Homan done showed up. Tom Homan right now straight up said he is going to lead the investigation on this woman coming to the United States of America illegally, marrying her brother illegally, and now she gonna have to pay the piper. I said it before, when the Donald Trump administration starts doing all they damn interviews, you know things done got real. Tell us Tom Homan.
Reporting from 2020 that Ilhan Omar married her brother to get into the country. This was last week. Take a listen.
Look at their nation. Look how bad their nation is. It's not even a nation. It's just people walking around killing each other. They've taken billions and billions of dollars. They have a representative, Ilhan Omar, who they say married her brother. That's a fraud.
Calls that a fraud. It's a story that has never been successfully refuted, even though it's now a 5-year-old story. That's clearly a deportable offense. Is there an investigation into that?
You know, I just got advised by a fraud investigator the other day on that. I asked the question, who reviewed the file and says, there was immigration fraud involved. The statute of limitations became an issue in the last 4 years when this was first brought up. Who was president? Who ran DOJ? So pulling the records now, pulling the files, and we're looking at, but this fraud investigator, who I know personally, one of the best fraud investigators in HSI, Homeland Security Investigations.
One of the best fraud investigators. They got the best of the best on this case. They ain't playing. They ain't doing this to hit no U-turns.
Said there's no doubt he reviewed the file. So I'm running that down this week, matter of fact, and we'll see.
It's tremendous that, I mean, and according to the Secretary, Kristi Noem of DHS, she said nearly 50% of the visas are fraudulent in this community. I mean, that would mean that half the Somali refugees are here in some way illegally. What's going to happen? Is something's actually going to happen? Are there going to be people stripped of their visas, deported? Are we going to see that?
Damn.
Absolutely. I mean, those days are over. Thank God President Trump's in the White House. We're going to look at all of them. I mean, we're going to look at those here illegally. Of course, we're going to look at those here under a visa or some sort of, immigration process that are criminals. We're going to look at the national security threats. But those who came through a process that weren't properly vetted, who didn't provide documentation, who slipped through the Biden's weak processes on, giving visas and temporary, whether student visas or visitors visas or whatever. We're going the whole gamut. President Trump has instructed us go down and we're going to deep dive all of this. And we're going to hold people accountable. So yes, there are going to be multiple deportations coming. Absolutely.
There's so many claims of
damn. So it sounds like everything is about to be amped up. You can listen to when they talk. When they talk, they tell you every single thing that they are about to do. They talking about the #1 fraud investigator. Donald Trump said earlier he's giving everybody the authority to go in. You're seeing the footage from the streets. In the streets, they snatching people up, spraying them with pepper spray right there in the cold. Ice on ice and ice, baby. So you got to enjoy the way it's going down because this is what we've been predicting, calling out, and forecasting from the very beginning. Donald Trump, Tom Homan was not playing with these people. And I know a lot of these damn tethers been running around here, hyper-focused on foundational Black Americans, needing to worry about what we got going on, so upset that FBA ain't put on no damn capes for them. This is why ain't been no damn capes. Ain't been no capes because of this right here. Okay, you're on your own. You got to hold your own specific nuts. And everything that they were trying to push on us has been canceled out. And the very fact that we've canceled all that out, that's making us move even more clear. Think about it, y'all. Essentially, tethers out the way. Migrants, immigrants out the way. These been the main people trying to get involved in stopping our reparations claim. Name the people who've been trying to stop our reparations, fam, and one by one, their asses is going out. So you see it's on us now to take it even a step further, and this is why we've been on code so strong. And speaking of being on code so strong, fam, they always try to use foundational Black American existence to push everything. There's always somebody out there saying, well, this is just like slavery. This is what happened to the Blacks. The Blacks, y'all got to know what I'm talking about. Did y'all see Joyless Reed come out? Oh, I'm sorry, failed Joyless Reed. The person been fired more times than Roland Martin. Did y'all see Congolese Reed come out and she tried to say illegal is the new N-word? This is exactly why Black Americans is watching these MFers get sprayed by mace out there in Minneapolis in the snow, and we ain't helping no damn body. Keep on talking. I want bring it. Keep on bringing up Black Americans. Keep on trying to associate us with everybody else, and all you're doing is making Black Americans be more F you. Okay, Fam, Joyless Reed comes out and she tries to say this little thing about, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. Illegal is the new N-word. No, the hell it's not. Nobody was ever lynched because of illegal. Okay. And those people that they were calling the N-word are the people who built this country. There was no damn water hose, none of that stuff. There was no black codes, no slavery, with none of that. And the Democrats keep on pushing this continuously. This is why we sit back and we watch what Donald Trump's saying. And he out here talking about some black folks see a scam more than we see. And the Democrats are still out here saying, well, illegals and immigrants are the same. No, the hell it's not. Okay. Because black Americans is out here standing on business. We don't run. We don't flee. So don't you ever bring up what we got going on. Look at this right here, fam. This is what I'm talking about. Remember, Joyless Reed is an anchor tether, okay? She's an anchor tether. She is a Congolese in Guyana or whatever the hell, just not from here. This is why the Democrats keep on crashing out, because they don't know anything other than trying to bamboozle black Americans, and they can't bamboozle black Americans, so they playing themselves. Watch this.
Vance has a problem in that the base of MAGA is fundamentally racist. Yeah. And I know people don't like it when you say it, but it's the emergence from the Tea Party to MAGA. Yeah. Tea Party, when you finally did the actual data, PRRI and others, the thing that most motivated them was race and hatred of non-white immigrants. Mm-hmm. What most motivates MAGA? Hatred of non-white immigrants. Yeah. They're obsessed with non-white immigrants and undocumented people. They use the term illegals, which is just the N-word for brown people. 100%. If you want to say the N-word and it's about brown people, you say illegal. I'm sorry I said it again. That is me saying the N-word about that is what it is, right? And
no, it ain't. No, it ain't. Illegal means illegal. Means you are not supposed to be here. You can't compare those two. When you talk about the N-word, that is a term and a designation that is complete lie placed on somebody to dehumanize them. Illegal is something that you actually did. You came here illegally. You can't compare the two of those. And this is why you get fired every goddamn Wednesday afternoon. This is why ain't nobody rocking with you in foundational black America. This is why your ass is unemployed. An unemployment in which, by the way, we said that you was going to get fired. And this is why your ratings is in the dump on your little goddamn podcast you got. This is what we mean, y'all. These people only come to black Americans when they can get something, and now they're not getting anything, so they're crashing out.
People, they use the term illegals, which is just the N-word for brown people. 100%. If you want to say the N-word and it's about brown people, you say illegals. I'm sorry I said it again. That is me saying the N-word about that is what it is, right? And that's what motivates them. So they can't have the successor to MAGA be the guy with the brown Hindu wife. They're also Christian nationalists. That ain't gonna work. That's why he's throwing his wife under the bus, or Usha, or she's in on it, right? And she's playing
and slap and tickle with Erica Kirk's the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Yeah, she's like in her Tammy Faye era.
Look at over there, still sitting up next to them damn Karens. Still thinking you one of them. Still thinking you one of them. But the reason why Joyless Reed has been saying all of this, family, is because of this right here. My parents are the immigrants from what President Trump called S-hole countries. Yep. And Donald Trump was absolutely positively correct, because that is exactly where your people are from. You see how all of these tethercrats who've been trying to play blackety black now are getting exposed? Y'all see this, family? The reason why they are getting exposed in real time is because we were the ones who said, these folks ain't black Americans. These folks ain't like us. These folks are the same exact tethers that they write laws for. We already know what you hitting for. We know that your people come from that damn S-hole country. You goddamn right we do. And what you're upset about is that damn same country, black Americans are sending all y'all back over there. So what you gonna do about it now? Not a damn thing. You ain't gonna do nothing but go back home. See, she sees her people are going back home. And remember, reverse migration, family, that's gonna stop people from coming into the United States of America. So you're not gonna be seeing these influx of people coming to America. You're not gonna see people coming to the United States at all. These people are gonna be stuck exactly where they are. You notice all these immigrants, family, they have this thing where they try to get us to hate Donald Trump because Donald Trump wants to send back their family and our family don't have to deal with those problems. They want us to have to deal with those problems so bad. No, that's your problem. That's your problem. This is why it's been a failure for Joyless Reed. I mean, straight up, Joyless Reed is the only person whose forehead is as big as a Somalian, okay? So you got that problem already working with you. Walking around here and your head looks like a damn grapefruit on a toothpick. I mean, I'm just saying, your hairline is non-existent. You got the blonde hair like the ladies across the table while they laughing at you. You've been fired 3, 4, 5 damn times. You're a disgrace. And just like your homeland, you're a disgrace. So when you deal with a disgraceful person from a disgraceful homeland with disgraceful parents and disgraceful grandparents, you get Joyless Reed. And Joyless Reed now has to understand the main thing that foundational Black Americans always knew. That S-hole country that you from is still going to be an S-hole country. The only difference is that S-hole country, you going to be right back in it. And we ain't going to have nothing to say other than FBA told you so. And FBA always wins. And when you talk about this game that we out here standing on, fam, y'all know the Tethers are out here openly upset. Tethers are mad. Tethers are crashing out. Tethers are saying, how dare you Black Americans not come out and help us? And they're telling us that if y'all don't do something to stop Donald Trump, it's going to be bad for y'all. No, it's bad for you right now. And the projections and the deflections are getting rejection from FBA. Look at this right here, family. They are out here completely having crash outs. I mean, crash outs, family. Look at this. People rejoicing at the misfortune of Somalia. Somalia got a hell of a lot of misfortune that ain't got nothing to do with us, but go ahead. But family, watch how these people are out here crying.
I am surprised by how many Americans are rejoicing at the misfortune of the Somalis who are basically being attacked by the President of the United States of America. People are rejoicing about the misfortune of these people, and yet Donald Trump doesn't care about anybody. These people who are rejoicing cannot afford food. These people who are rejoicing cannot afford medical care. These people who are rejoicing, many of them are living in their cars because the system in America is so unjust, not just to the Somali, to anybody. And these people are so rejoicing. So how will it benefit you if a poor Somali person is taken back to Somalia? You still be unable to afford insulin. You will still be unable to afford your bills. And also, Donald Trump is killing very many businesses with the tariffs. I keep seeing that the farming community in America keeps saying that basically they've got no workers, so their plants are rotting, and many of them have gone into administration. Companies have closed down because of the tariffs, because they have to buy their merchandise from China. They cannot afford to get the stuff that they used to get before, and yet people are still rejoicing because Donald Trump has unleashed an element on the Somali people. Nobody is talking about the farmers in Texas. Nobody is talking about the people whose businesses have closed all over America because of lack of workers, and B, because of the tariffs. But you are all rejoicing that a poor Somali person is going to be sent back to the country of Somalia. Nobody wins. The Somali
Shit, we win. Fam, I don't know. Is this her trying to like help her case? Because all the things that she just said that we have to deal with, we don't have to deal with. And if we did have to deal with them, it would be better if we dealt with them without 50 million illegal immigrants coming to this country every year. So really, you're only making a case for deportation. This is just like a big forehead ass tether. All that damn head space and can't make no damn point. You would think somebody with a cranium like this lady would be able to make a point. You guys don't have any money. Yep. And folks in America who don't have money would have the money if illegal immigrants weren't draining the system. You folks cannot afford anything. Yep. A lot of people would afford it if you weren't draining the system. And when you talk about people in the United States of America, we can't have jobs. That's because a lot of them are coming to America and taking our jobs. So guess what? You're actually doing a campaign for deportation. Donald Trump should hire you. You are helping out Donald Trump right now. And she's scared too, ain't she? Her voice is cracking. How do you just rejoice? How could you do such a thing? By doing it. Same way that they ran over here. You knew what it was when you signed up to come to my country. You come to my country and then your ass got to go. And by the way, you ain't doing us no favors. We doing you all the damn favors. And family, do you know now Somalians are coming out and saying that they marched with George Floyd and Black Lives Matter? You know this wouldn't be a Black Americans come and save me speech without Somalians now saying they marched with Black Lives Matter and they stood up for George Floyd. So we should all accept them. They running these same game. Fam, how old is this? Okay, 2020 call. They want all this ish back. This is old. You ain't got the memo? You ain't heard the news? Ain't nobody falling for this? All that we marched with y'all. Y'all's next. It's going to go bad for Black Americans. No, it ain't. It's only bad for you. You're the one who's hurting. You're the one who got to go to TikTok. I don't have to go to TikTok. I can just pull up the president and the president agrees with me because we both Americans. So what the hell you talking about, Miss Fufu?
Somalians don't win. The people of America don't win. The only people who are going to win are Trump and his billionaire friends.
There's a lot of African Americans, right? They're like so hateful on TikTok. Let me remind you of all the African American. There was a time where police were unaliving a lot of African Americans. But when it comes to the state of Minnesota, the Somali peoples that you guys spewing so much hate on, let me tell you about what happened during George Floyd. When George Floyd happens, we understood that when you come for one black man, you're coming for all of us. And we stood by them.
Oh, it's us now. Oh, it's not, fam. You got a billion videos of Somalians going out their way. I'm not black. I'm Arab. I'm Arab. No, then stay Arab and you ain't black. No, Blackness is closed. You ain't heard the news? Blackness is closed. So now the me no black is out here hitting you with the I'm all black. Fam, you got a billion people who want to be black now. All because they want black Americans to help them. No, go back over there and be a person of color. You look better being a person of color because you ain't good enough to be us.
We raised our voices. There's no way anybody who were among those protesters can say that Somali people were not among them. We were among them. We raised voices. We chanted Black Lives Matter with our chests open wide. So for y'all to just come at us like that when we supported, that's insane. That's insane. Oh my God. Stop it.
No matter what, guys, if we send all the immigrants out of the United States today, the U.S. government is still going to screw you average Americans. Look what they're doing to you guys. So why are you guys still taking sides? You should be with us. Come to Minnesota, Somalian, and help us.
He begging. I told y'all they begging. Listen to this dude. Listen. Fam, this man is out here saying they're going to hurt you guys anyway. You should come help us. Come please serve us. No, I told y'all this ain't nothing more than these people begging for help. Straight up and down. Tethers in 2025, almost 2026, still got to resort to going on TikTok and begging our help. You ain't got no type of power, fam. In the world of geopolitics, they still got to use TikTok to try to get help from black Americans. You know they ain't got a damn thing going for them. And by the way, we good in America. You ain't.
If we send all the immigrants out of the United States today, the U.S. government is still going to screw you average Americans. Look what they're doing to you guys. So why are you guys still taking sides? You should be with us. Come to Minnesota, Somalian, and help us. Come do business with us. Don't let the demon and the devils divide us. Because the issue is larger than Somalians coming into the country illegal or anything, or Mexicans coming into the... No. We have an internal issue within ourselves, and we need to fix ourselves and heal ourselves as a human collectively. Understand what we're dealing with here. So please, do not assume that this will make any difference, even if Trump decided to deport all those immigrants back to their homeland. American did this first.
I can't even talk. Boy, be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be the hell quiet. You see what I'm talking about. You know what we talking about. These individuals are shook, fam. Oh, man, they scared. Oh, man, they scared. They scared. They scared. They know what it is. They know what we coming with. They know our energy is strong. They got to take to the internet and play those games because we're not helping the fam. It's over with now. All right, let's make this clear. It's done. Black Americans have made it clear. We ain't helping no goddamn body. Before we told them, and then we said, hey, listen, I'm going to tell you one guy. Y'all know there's 24 hours in a day. Black Americans only know 2 times. I'm going to tell you them 2 times. It's that MF got one more goddamn time to mess with me, or, and this is the main one, okay? Not just that you got one more time to mess with me. It's also, I'm going to tell your ass for the last damn time. Those are the only 2 times that matter with Black Americans. The 24 hours of the day, only 2 times count. And those 2 times, we told them that they're going to have to hold their own damn nuts. So they out there trying to basically do the same thing. If you got to resort to trying to tell Black Americans how bad things are going to be for us when we live in good and we are the embodiment of everything that's lovely, well, then you're just going to have to hold your own. you're going to have to hold your own. And we're not going to get nothing for you, okay? And let me tell you the energy that Black Americans have right now. And family, when I say they not like us, they not like us. We do everything different. You can't put these people in the same space and time as Black Americans because everything about us is just differently culturally. Absolutely. They are the me no black audience, okay? And I am the me no help audience, okay? So me no black, me no help. Because I only help certified Black Americans. Everything is lineage. It's all about our lineage. It's all about our people. That's the only damn thing that I care about. It's the only thing that we push it. And Black Americans are letting it be clear. We ain't doing nothing like y'all. You want to talk about somebody who runs around here and they practice all type of off-coded behavior. You got all these slurs for Black Americans. You love the dominant society. You hate your own people. You hate your own kind. Well, y'all can all go stay over there. What up, church? I see you, brother. Look at this right here, family. This right here is telling you how we feel in certified foundational Black Americans. We ain't coming up off of this. Hell no. Somalians, do you be marrying your cousins? Can we go there, family? Oh, we about to go there. Oh, yeah. I done had enough and I done heard enough. Let's go ahead and put some goddamn receipts on the table. I know the Scam Africans ain't gonna bring this up, but certifieds will. What Scam Africans won't talk about, certifieds will. Do you marry your cousins? Do you marry your brothers? Is Omar just one of millions? Well, let's go to the streets. The streets is talking.
You guys are marrying your cousins and having children and then coming up here talking about we don't know our fathers. I would rather not know my father than my father to be my mother's cousin. To that Somalian imam that made the post about Black Americans not knowing our fathers, we know you know your father. It's hard to not know your father when him and your mothers are first cousins.
Damn.
Did you know that in Somalia, it is common to intermix? They take first cousins and get married and have children. And this explains why they look like this. These are inbreds. The average Somalian that you see is the product of inbreeding. Intermixing family members, first cousins. So picture this, you growing up knowing that one day you're going to marry your cousin. All your life, you know you're going to marry your cousin. You have the same uncles, aunties, and cousins. You have the same grandparents. But the funny thing about it is your grandparents are cousins too. So a cousin marrying a cousin, marrying a cousin, marrying a cousin, marrying a cousin, marrying a cousin. This is what you get. These.
Damn, fam. We said, what up, blood? What up, cuz? What up, blood? What up, gangsta? These folks said, what up, cuz? You want to get married? They said, what up, bruh? Let's get married. Goddamn. We just said, what up, my brother? Okay? Ain't nobody out there trying to marry their brother. They done took it far. I just said, what up, cuz? We don't do that over here on this side of town. Damn. These folks is out here saying, what up, blood? What up, cuz? What up with marriage? Don't talk about me. If you out there marrying your cousin now, don't talk about foundational Black Americans. Don't me no black. And then want to say me is black. No, your ass is also married to your cousin-in-law, your brother wife, your wife's sister. You just mix it up. You got your grandmama Paul. How you got a grandma and grandpa and they the same person? Don't talk to me. We out here rocking, family. We say, what up, brother? What up, sister? These folks want to get married to each other. Hell no.
People in back of me are the product of cousins on cousins on cousins on cousins on cousins.
Damn.
But yet you have the audacity to speak about us not knowing our fathers. I would rather not know my father than my father and my mother to be first cousins. To actually go to my grandmother and grandfather and knowing that they are first cousins. That, my friend, is sick. Because when you look at other people and try to look down on them, you're giving them the right to look at you. And the way that you look at yourself is not the way that we look at you.
Damn, the hills have flies. Y'all see it? There they go. The hills have flies. Damn. Damn. What the? Wow, damn, look at that hairline. God damn. What? I told y'all in the very, very beginning of this classic broadcast, somebody get Will Smith on the phone. ET phone home. I did not know that we would make contact. But wait a minute. Hold up, fam. Wait a minute. It all makes sense now. Fam, I'm just tripping right now. Ho. Wait a minute. Didn't they tell us back in the summertime that an alien ship was coming to America? That's what they told us. Tell me I'm right. Fam. My memory may be mistaking me lightweight. They did tell us that a NASA dude came out and he said that it was some aliens that was coming to America, right? They said they done found this whole ship and it was on its way. They said it looked like Black Americans. How about this? They act like Black Americans. He had his words wrong. They did see an alien ship that was on its way to Earth. They did say that they wanted to come here. And what it was is not that they look like Black Americans. They're going to try to act like they look like Black Americans so they asses don't get deported so they can beg Black Americans to come and save them. Damn, y'all. I was wrong. I was like, man, ain't no damn aliens coming. I guess I was wrong, fam. I guess I was wrong because this is what I'm looking at right here. This is what I'm seeing right there. So they was right the whole damn time, family. They done found them some damn aliens because that ain't of Earth. Somebody right now, get the zapper. Okay, somebody zap this dude with the memory thing because this ain't working. Hell no. That part. And family, we do so many things different than these individuals. Brothers and sisters, man, we be calling it out. See, this is what I'm talking about. This whole Tether vibe out here in the streets, oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, man. Did y'all see the video of that sister? And the sister's out at a store, right? I'm going to tell you, we're going to go there today. We're going to go to, remember, y'all, what Tethers won't talk about, FBA will. What Scam Africans won't talk about, FBA will. It's my duty as a certified to only report what's popping, especially in the country that my people built, okay? Check this out. Y'all see that story with that African dude? I guess he was out at a store or something, and he was inappropriately touching some person. I guess he said was his daughter or whatever. And the Black American woman was like, hold up, what the F? Hold up. Because y'all know we don't go for that. We don't go for none of that stuff, fam. And when we see that weird stuff that they do, we quick to be like, get that up out of here. Y'all know Black Americans, this is how we've been able to succeed. We are very corrective people. We see some bull-ish and we check it. I don't give a damn who it is. If it's wrong, we checking it. This sister sees this, fam, and the sister's like, hold up. You ain't supposed to be touching that young lady like that. And then the African dude starts spazzing out. He starts wilding, y'all. He's like, you leave. He didn't say he didn't do it, though. He didn't say he didn't do it. He didn't deny it, y'all. He went along with it, and it was all good, right? They ended up having to call the police. And then a brother who works at the store, who's a Black American, he pulls up and is like, whoa, calm that ish. Watch how you talking to people. Let me show y'all right here, fam. This is crazy, fam. Watch this right here. This sister sees something that didn't sit right with her. Look at her eyes. You see, boy, that's that Black American look. We don't do all that freaky, nasty ass stuff y'all do over there. We don't eat bush meat. We don't marry cousins. And we damn sure ain't sitting up underneath no damn kids. Watch how this African man exposes himself, family. Watch this.
Okay. Thank you. I think at this point, maybe I should call the police because something's not right. He's just sitting there just reviewing his daughter, taking pictures of her. Something's not right. So they say if you see something, say something. I hope this don't backfire on me. But I can't not say anything about him inappropriately touching his daughter. I just can't. So I'm headed over. Excuse me, sir. Is this your daughter? Okay. Look, I'm not trying to be in y'all kids gonna be ugly at all. But it just looks like he was touching her inappropriately, and she don't like being kissed on her neck. I can tell the way she look. She don't like being kissed on her neck. Okay. And I'm sorry. You okay, Mama? All right. His weird ass. Something ain't right. Something's not right. And I think I'm about to call the police. Because when I walked over there, he was reviewing the pictures of her. I'm gonna call the police. You kissing her on her face now. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you. Get the fuck back. Don't take another motherfucking step, nigga. Don't take another motherfucking step, nigga. I'm telling you that.
This is not good.
Don't take another motherfucking step, nigga. You don't kiss on her goddamn neck.
Y'all guys is fucking wrong because of the fact that everything is fucking sexual to you guys. That's what the fuck is wrong with y'all American people. My daughter, I just had a earpiece. So I can see my daughter. Stop that over there.
I got got the video. It wouldn't matter. I got the video. It wouldn't even matter. Okay. And they did. And they did. My children ain't never been hustled. Okay. Oh, you don't know me, and I'm telling
you. Man, fam, why you getting so mad, Mr. Mutombo? Why you tripping, Mr. Mutombo? You guilty? Are you guilty, partner? Shout out to this sister. And notice the sister came at him cool. Like, hey, I ain't trying to be in your business. I'm just letting it be known. And he started spazzing. And he started trying to film it. And then all of a sudden it turned into, that's the problem with y'all in America. Here come that anti-American stuff that we was talking about. Somebody get the damn Department of Homeland Security on the phone. Get this man the hell up out of here. Because I promise you, his background is littered with all this.
I'm telling you right goddamn now. I'm telling you right goddamn now. Don't take another step. Don't take another step.
Yeah. Man, your business when you're outside.
I can do the fuck I want to do, nigga. I do the fuck I want to do, nigga.
You are recording my fucking job without me. What are you
nigga,
doing?
This public. What's wrong with you?
You're not supposed to fucking.
Hey, look. Hey, look. The police will be here in a minute. I called the police. They asked me where I was. I told them where I was, so I'm waiting on the police. And he just approached me. He approached me.
Because of the fact that you're being weird. Okay, everybody be over there on the fucking phone. You already talked to me over there. You're approaching me. And my daughter didn't like it. She feel unsafe on the shit.
He better not step on the. He better not take another moment. You better get him, sir. Because I don't play with nobody.
You ain't fucking brother. You gonna take my phone back, bitch.
Boy, let me tell you something. First off, you lucky I ain't there. I straighten your damn hairline, Mr. Mutombo. I hit you with one of them goddamn Ike Turner goddamn slaps. I straighten your damn hairline. Your hairline will look like a damn ruler messing with me. First and foremost. Second off, a hit Tether gon' holler. A hit Tether gon' holler. You still ain't denied it. Only thing you did was start yelling. That lets me know damn well you're doing it. Watch this brother's about to step in here in a minute.
My man, hey, you don't need to calm down. I'm gonna need you to leave out the mode. Yes, I'm leaving. All right now, they got police right here. Yes.
Yeah, I called the police. I called them.
What's going on? I don't know what's going on because my mind is twisted. Hey, first of all, lower your voice when you talk to me. Stop all the yelling. Turn your camera up. I said,
I don't like the way he went around her. I don't like the way he went around and grabbed the little girl again. Hell no. Hell no. Remember this guy. We're going to see his ass on the damn news clip. And notice that the brother who steps in, he tells him to go, and then the brother walks around and gets in his face again. That brother was on it.
You better get him, sir. Because I don't play with nobody.
You ain't fucking brother. Don't take my phone back again, bitch. My man, hey. You're going to need to calm down. I'm going to need you to leave out the mode. Yes, I'm leaving. All right now, because I got police right here. Yes.
Yeah, I called the police. I called them.
What's going on? I don't know what's going on because my mind is twisted. Hey, first of all, lower your voice when you talk to me. Stop all the yelling. Turn your camera up. I said,
you need to back the up. First off, back the up. You shouldn't be kissing her on her neck. You shouldn't be. I didn't already call the police. It wouldn't matter to me.
You're harassing people. This is not right.
Who the you talking to, homie? I don't have to know you. Don't be rubbing all on her backside. You kissing her on her face now. I tell you what.
Stop screaming in the bill. Stop screaming in the bill. Stop screaming in the bill. Stop screaming in the building. Tone it down. We don't need all those.
I do know she don't like it. No problem.
Freeze. There they go, family. There they go. Oh, man, a lot to break down on that one. A lot to break down. Somebody made a good point right there. That ain't even his child. That ain't even his child. You already know that dude straight PDF all damn day long. He never denied it. He started to spaz out. Where we from in America, if somebody calls you out on a particular behavior, and the first thing you start doing is yelling and attacking them, opposed to what they said, oh, that's guilty. That's guilty. And this go on all the way over there, fam. I just showed y'all a minute ago. They're talking about their brothers, wives, and their sisters and their cousins. And you see that right there. What needed to go down is them damn police should have did something. The brother did more. We see so many videos, family, where you see these damn tethers starting to spaz out. And shout out to that brother, because that's one of the few videos where everybody's saying when someone's going down with a sister, where a brother at. Dude stepped in, was cool. And then notice he said, just step over here real quick. Basically saying, I'm going to handle that. That's a damn dusty ass tether right there. That's exactly what that was. Shout out to the brother who stepped in, and he notice, fam, until that tether started getting real loud with the sister, the brother didn't step in. He stepped in as soon as that crossed that line. You did? And then the sister was standing on business as well. That right there is a difference between two black Americans and the damn tether. That right there. That right there. And remember, fam, we used to always see them videos where people be out there coming after our sisters real crazy. And I used to swear to God, I said, I wish I'm walking down the damn street going to Walmart and I see somebody talking crazy to a sister. I'm inserting myself all in the business. And now you're starting to see more videos where brothers is like, How many video, fam? You don't see them videos like that no more. You don't see them videos with them damn tethers or them foreigners be talking reckless and the sister be by themselves. You don't see that. More and more videos, you start to see brothers pop in and the brother handle that properly. He said, step over here, let me handle this. So that's exactly the way you handle it. And that is why they not like us. Damn dusty ass dude. Hell no, that wasn't his kid neither. Nope. And that be going on all over there in Africa. Y'all know the things that they be doing, all the mutilation and all that. That's exactly that type of energy. This is why we're saying send these people home. Send they ass home. They not like us. They'll never be like us. Foundational Black Americans is on a different damn time. And remember, y'all, that's who they was trying to connect us with. That's who on paper they was trying to say the Black and Browns coalition. On paper, that's who they were saying all minorities. We ain't them folks, family. And the hell no will we ever be considered them. We separate all that because we understand all that dusty ass stuff that they be doing that nobody ever talks about. You don't ever hear all these scam Africans talk about that. All these damn Twitter spaces where they'll sit there for 3 hours and talk all that reckless stuff. You don't never see them talking crazy, fam. You don't never see none of them ever mentioning all that stuff that they be doing over there in their community, fam. If you really sit back and you see the dirt that these individuals is doing, then you know for the millionth time, delineation, regulating, and I'm talking about separating. Keep your ass all the way over there because there's no means in why you would even be affiliated with us. That right there is super dusty behavior. You dig? And foundational Black Americans, brothers and sisters, we are putting that line right down the sand and saying, no. We be checking that stuff, fam. We be checking these damn tethers out here. He thought he was going to get loud. His ass ended up getting double checked. And all that excusing. He was doing some foul play right there. That's why his ass never said he didn't do anything. That's why he just sat there. He never denied it one time. Don't ever trust somebody, family, if they never really deny it. His excuse was he just going to start yelling. He wanted to just yell his way out of the situation. Nah, because your ass can yell, you can scream, and when your ass get right back here, I'm going to be wanting to know why are you doing that right there to that youngster. FBA ain't on that kind of time. We put our foot in the you-know-what of people who play them games. They don't do that. They oppress their women. They oppress their damn kids. They do all types of funny style stuff. They got these family marriages. They not like FBA at all. Hell no. And this shows you right here what we be talking about. Brothers and sisters are in a different era now. So if you think that you're going to come over here and with all that degeneracy, you better worry about it because FBA going to be about it.
Strange.
Watch this right here.
Immigrants, y'all Somalis think. I think for some strange reason, immigrants, y'all Somalis think because we Black, we supposed to stick with y'all. No, ma'am. We don't share an allegiance because I'm Black. Ma'am, I'm an American. There's a big difference. But Theodore Roosevelt said, it ain't but one flag. That's the American flag. He said it ain't but one fucking language, and that's the English language. And he said above them all, it ain't but one loyalty, undivided, explicitly for the United States of America. If that ain't what the you about, then you ain't about what I'm about. Being an American, first and only, honey. Not language. And he said above them all, it ain't but one loyalty, undivided, explicitly for the United States of America. If that ain't what the you about, then you ain't about what I'm about. Being an American, first and only, honey. Not nothing in front of it, not no stipulations behind it. We not the same.
Why is this heifer still in office? Why does she still have a spot in the government? This heifer done said some of the most crazy, done some of the most crazy shit, and she still has a position? Donald Trump has come out and talked against this woman, saying how bad she is for Minneapolis, how bad she is for this country. Came out with proof that she married her brother and she still has a position? No, you know what? At some point in time, Americans got to stand up and say enough is enough. And y'all see her talking about vote somebody out. How the you vote somebody out that's done some shit illegal? She don't deserve a vote. She needs to be removed from her position. This is what I'm talking about when I talk the cowardness of American people. We're cowards. Ain't no way in hell somebody comes into your home, throws on the ground, tells you how much they hate and still can lay their head in your bedroom. But in America, isn't laying everywhere, disrespecting us, committing fraud, breaking the law, and they still got a position. Get the out of here. So she's broken the law, marrying her brother. All right. She's over a district riddled with fraud, and she still has a position in government. Donald Trump, you're wrong. Pam Bondi, you're wrong. Cash Patel, you're wrong. We shouldn't be, we have to wait and this and that. We got to go through the proper channels. No, fuck that. You said you had proof that she married her brother. You said you had proof that they had been committing fraud. You have all this information. Remove her as expeditiously.
What's happening right now, my brothers and sisters? Americans ain't playing with these damn tethers. I'm going to tell you that today. Americans ain't playing with these tethers. It's getting to the point. Get her ass up out of there. Get little Mr. Child White. Let's be real. Y'all made a good point, too, in the chat. I see y'all. You got the brother husband, the sister wife. They got children brides, all that weird stuff. Keep all of that out of America. So when Americans sit there and they say these things about our culture, you know our culture is completely separate because all of that is their culture. Get her up out of there. Get the last damn Mr. Mutombo. Get his ass up out of there. Mr. Mutombo, number 57. All of their asses can get on out of here. The planes are big enough. You can drop them off. I'll fly. Damn it, I'll fly their asses home. Okay? Get them the hell out of the United States of America with that type of energy. Because one thing that they always do, fam, they come over here with that type of culture. And this is why people are saying now about the assimilation. That's what a lot of people are talking about. The lack of assimilating to the American culture, which is what FBA been on. Foundational Black Americans, we were the main ones talking about. These people don't come over here to assimilate to America. These folks come over here and they want to dictate to America. So now you're seeing America and Americans is like, if that's the way the game's going to be played, then we're going to play the game the real way. And the real way is letting it be known. You ain't like us. So these people out here always talking about FBA culture this and FBA that. What you're seeing now is that it ain't just FBA you got to worry about. It's the USA you got to worry about. And more people are saying, pack these people the hell up out of this country. And the more that happens, the more these people are looking at that damn clock and that sand is going fast. That sand is going fast and you out the door. So now when you're watching and you're witnessing everything that occurs in the United States of America, the main thing you got to look at, family, from a real perspective, not just how these individuals are not like us, but you also got to look at how foundational Black Americans have been influencing everything that's going on. And when I say we've been influencing everything that's going on, this is why you're starting to see people sound more and more like FBA. More and more these individuals talk. The more and more, fam, they sitting back and looking and they saying, damn, don't be on that wrong team. I'm going to tell you that today. Delineation is the right team. Yeah. Certified Black Society, we on the correct side. These other individuals out here still clinging to whatever the hell they can cling to, that ain't going to end too good for you. That's going to end very bad for you. And they're putting together all of the dots that's connecting, that's going to show you why time is up for the Tethers. I told everybody, time's up Tether. Look at this right here, family, when I say time's up Tether. The money is being followed, and y'all know how it go. Once you follow the money, next thing you know, everybody else is going to be done for. Look at this now, family. They're talking about the massive money that has been out here with these damn tethers. Look how now they have drawn the dots. That's Omar. That's Tim Waltz. That's Keith Ellison. Family, it all started off a week ago. Now these folks done tied these individuals in to $1 billion. Watch this.
Under the nose of Ilhan Omar, Tim Waltz, Attorney General Keith Ellison. We see a web of connections between them and those directly involved in the fraud. For example, Ilhan Omar alleged introducing the 2020 Meals Act, which was ultimately subject to fraud, held a campaign victory party at the Safari restaurant. That's where one of the men who run that restaurant has associations to the convicted individuals. And then there's Tim Waltz, House Oversight Investigation role in his role as governor, or Keith Ellison, the Attorney General. His job is to enforce the law in Minnesota, but instead he's getting donations after meeting with the Feeding Our Future representatives. The Feeding Our Future, the biggest known yet part of this entire theft ring. The executive director of Black Lives Matter, by the way, over in Oklahoma City has now been charged with wire fraud and money laundering. The organization raised more than $5 million in 2020, but she is accused of pocketing more than half of that instead of using it to bail out people for protesting in support of BLM. No, she pocketed, allegedly, most of that money. Oh, by the way, here she is. You want to see a picture of her? Here she is. Notice who she's in the picture with.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, another episode. Uh-oh. Fam, I told you, the Mayos is getting closer and closer on the Tethers. We got a full-fledged, all-out Mayo versus Tether war. Damn. So let's get this right. They've connected Mrs. Omar to her brother husband, to Tampon Tim, to billions of dollars in theft, and now the Black Lives Matter lady who done got charged for fraud. Sounds like y'all do a hell of a lot of fraud. And guess what? What do all them people have in common? Is that FBA ain't never F with none of them any damn way. All of our ops have fallen down, and we ain't even got to lift a finger.
That's right. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. But hey, it's just the system, right? Let's bring in our spotlight.
Let's bring in Black Alpha and Certified Black Society. I be damned, y'all. I'm talking about crazy. I'm talking about crazy, fam. All of these things are just lining up. The synchronization of foundational Black Americans is in full throttle right now, y'all. We just calling it out, and they all falling out. There's nothing you can possibly do or say that's going to stop this delineation movement and the regulators in here. You know what I say, fam? You know how I say it. You can't be a delineator unless you're a regulator. And guess what we are? We are 100% regulators. So family, they're connecting everything. Think about it. All the people that have been scamming us for the longest amount of time. All the individuals who've been trying to steal from us, place these other individuals above us, all of the Dusties and the Musties and the Rusties, all the failures and the fleers. They can't be like foundational Black Americans, so they got to scam and scheme. Notice, fam, the more you hear about them, the less you hear about us, because we ain't out here scamming. We out here loyal to the soil. We out here getting it from the mud. So if you're getting it from the mud and you loyal to the soil, then what does that tell you? That tells you everybody else just got to fall all the way to hell back. And family, we've been checking a hell of a lot of people with this delineation regulation movement. And we've been out here letting the whole world be known. And we've been having these receipts, fam, that just keep on popping up left and right, y'all. Look at this right here. Did y'all see this? Look at this. Look at that. NY Times admits Somalians, they are raised on a culture of stealing. They're raised on a culture of stealing. I be damned. I be damned, family. This is what foundational Black America has been trying to tell these folks for how long? What about this one right here? What about this, family? Do you see this one? Look at this. Damn, they got the Kenyans on that list. They naming names and dates. They naming names and dates, y'all. You can't even blame FBA for this one. Y'all effing your own game up. Y'all messing yourself up today. Right now, it's to the point, fam, where these individuals are being exposed, and foundational Black Americans, we just sitting down watching it all play out. Look at all of this scam, boy, all of them. I'm going to tell you right now, that last goddamn little PDF Mutombo, don't be surprised you see his ass on one of these. Because that's the same time he's coming from. That's the same time. And by the way, let me address this right here too, by the way. Y'all look at this. This is what I'm seeing on TikTok. This is why me and my sister Natural going to go over there. We're going to shut down TikTok. We're going to run it. Y'all see that right there? Cohen Tether Pro. All I'm saying is this, family. All I'm saying is this, okay? Quit running with my ish. You better put Black Alpha said Cohen Tether Pro. I'm seeing all these TikToks now. They be having whole spaces using all of my content, and it's cool. But don't be running around here talking about Cohen Tether Pro like you ain't get that from Mr. Black Alpha, okay? So whoever that is right there, whatever, you might please put Black Alpha on that one, because you know goddamn well that's all me, okay? When you start hearing about them regulators and them certifieds, you know you talking about us, family. So yeah, Cohen Tether Pro is real, and it all started right here with us in the chat, okay? Remember that. So all these individuals running around here trying to use that, I seen that somebody said Cohen Tether Pro. I said, hell, Cohen Tether, no. You done got that from Black Alpha. You already know what time it is, you know, and we be out here. They stay jacking, don't they? I be over on TikTok and I be seeing my videos up. I seen one person play the whole show one day and it was cool. Listen, I don't care. All right, that's fine. Play it all you want to. But don't be sitting there talking about Cohen Tether Pro like you ain't get that from me. Hell no. Quit jacking my stuff. But since we in here and we rocking, family, there's been this one tether that's been running around here really always disrespecting foundational Black Americans. By the way, we're going to take over that TikTok here in a couple of days, okay? So y'all stay glued to that one. And we shut down every block we go to. That's the beauty of being certified. But y'all look at this right here, family. Y'all know that dude. What's his name? is it Franc Zanu or whatever, that's been running around here disrespecting Black Americans for the longest time, right? He's been running around here talking about Black American culture, this, that, and the other thing. Well, he tried to come out there, family, on some BS stuff. Shout out to my brother David Anderson. My brother David Anderson had to shut him on down on the real time. This guy right here, who we've already showed, we've already exposed. This is what we be meaning about these tethers need to stay in the tethers place. Remember, when a grown foundational Black American man or woman is talking, sit your tether ass down. Remember that, family. This dude right here was running his mouth, talking reckless, and he came across my brother David Anderson, who, by the way, is also in Hidden Color 6. Shout out to him. Matter of fact, he's going to be here on Monday, so much love and respect. But watch this right here. This is why we be out here delineating and separating, okay? Because Mr. Milk Dud Head seems that he wants to talk about foundational Black Americans, but Mr. Milk Dud Head, he can't talk about foundational Black Americans because he ain't a foundational Black American. They know what it is. Watch this right here, family. This is how we delineate from these bosses.
Languages. The same thing happened here. You were brought as a shipload of different languages. That is why Creole and Patois were created. So you use the only word you can understand, a little bit of the colonizer or whoever is controlling you, and try to speak to someone who comes from Senegal. You don't know what he speaks. So over time, it becomes this hodgepodge of a language called Creole or Patois. In Sierra Leone, they have it. In Liberia, they have it. In Nigeria, they have the Pidgin English because they can't speak to each other. So nobody prevented you. All you need is not to use your language because there is no one there to speak to, and the next generation, it's gone. The Jews, however, it was Jews. They took them as Jews. Even though they went from country to country to country, they were lucky enough to keep talking to each other because they can understand each other. So they were able to retain the language. This is my starting point. It happened.
You ain't got no starting point when you talking about my culture. Boy, look at that dude's mug. God damn. I was just playing about the milk dud, but damn. This is what I'm talking about, fam. You ain't having no conversation about my culture. You ain't qualified to talk on my goddamn culture. That's the difference, fam. This is why we be out here shutting these people down.
Why Haitians can fix Haiti? Because you don't have Haitians. You have just a country forcefully imposed upon you a citizenship, but you are from different places in Africa. But right now, if you go somewhere, you would speak Creole, and somebody would say, oh, that is Haitian. That's what I meant. Not putting them on any pedestal.
So they have a language.
They created one.
So you want to say,
and it's not even useful in any way because it's not an international language.
So they took French and made Creole, right? Is what you're saying?
Spanish, French, and then over 200 African tribal languages into one.
But Americans would say that they took English and made their own language as well.
And what is that?
I mean, it's a broken version of English, but it's still something that we could speak to that's specifically to us.
What language is that?
I mean, it's English.
He's talking about
AAVE,
African American Vernacular English. The same way, for example,
I think I've heard. Yes, when I came to this country in 1994, I had a debate on my campus about Ebonics.
You came to this country in 1994, and you think you gonna talk on 100,000 years of FBA culture? You ain't qualified, fam. Everybody out there, practice the art of telling somebody to shut the F up. Okay, remember that. And I'm saying this to my brothers and sisters. Feel free and utilize it. If somebody's talking about your culture, tell them to shut the F up. You don't owe these people a damn thing, family. You annihilate them, you shut them down, and you keep it moving. That's how you handle it. You, Mr. 1994 Milk Dud, you ain't in no position to talk about what we do. And you ain't in no position to analyze my culture. How the hell you gonna analyze my culture and you can't even analyze some damn hair on top of your head? Family, you're bald, not by choice. You ain't got no business talking about me. Checkmate.
Right. Same thing.
Yeah. And somebody corrected me. I think it was my professor said, no, if you say Ebonics, there is no one collective Ebonics.
Correct.
You have to go into pockets. If the person is from the north, the south, the central, they created their own style around it. So I understand that part. That didn't even qualify as a subculture. So let me give you, Jamaicans don't have a culture. We believe getting high and using things together is.
Be quiet. Watch this right here, family. This, my brother ends up shutting them down on that. Shout out to my brother, David Anderson. Watch this. Here we go.
We're too sensitive. I was giving a live talk the other day, and a gentleman, not the way David is behaving.
Over and over and over again. that in and of itself.
But I'm not saying it.
No.
I said,
Hold on, Frank.
I'm not.
Let me get the day real quick.
No. See, the thing of it is, and you got to understand, right? Like my favorite verse in the Bible is Proverbs 4:7. It says, "And all that get an understanding." You got to understand Frank's perspective. In his mind, it's like, well, shoot, why didn't you go? To me, that's no different than when Kanye sat in front of Harvey Levin and the light skin boy, never call his name, and said, you know, well, shoot, for 400 years, that's slavery. It sounds like a choice. Like, no, it's not just that, right? It's bigger than that, because what no one talks about is the psyop that was done to us from 1619 through 1865, and then after 1865 all the way through, right? So if you have been told over and over and over and over and over again that you're less than, that you ain't nothing, that you don't even get the right to call yourself a name, there are certain things that get lost in translation because he does not carry that particular experience. He's got his own experiences. And one of the things that I love, and I encourage absolutely everybody to go to this man's YouTube channel, because when he talks about black on black crime, he does not start and stop the conversation at foundational Black Americans. He talks about what's happening in Nigeria. He talks about what's happening in Liberia. He talks about what's happening in Ghana. And that is something that's happened throughout the diaspora. And the one thing we all have in common is that we were colonized and psyoped, but none more brutally than us. So if you think, for example, there have been writings from Frederick Douglass, there were writings from Harriet Tubman, there have been plenty of people who have talked about how many people did not want to leave the plantation because it was all they knew, and they were scared, almost to a point where they had Stockholm syndrome. The idea of going back to a place they'd never been or had any historical reference to because it had been beaten, threatened, hung, stabbed, lynched out of them. Yeah, no, I ain't going back there. Why would I? Now, me personally, I know plenty of people who have repatriated, right? And I know plenty of people who love it. I know plenty of people who get called all types of vacatas and every daggone thing else over there. I also understand that there's a caste system over there. There are people, there have been times when I have been called over there mixed because of the texture of my hair or the fairness of my skin or the narrowness of my nose. Because whether we like to admit it or not, when it comes to a foundational Black American line, you can always find, if you go up farther enough, somebody who played Master got loose in the slave quarters. Right? Or as they like to say, Black Buck got loose in the big house, but it wasn't us getting loose in the big house. You understand what I'm saying? So there's all these things. And to the John Lennon point, that's ironic. And I will tell you why. John Lennon was a part of the Beatles. The Beatles invasion came about because the Beatles were...
Watch this right here. Watch this. Our brother spitting.
The very first Backstreet Boys. The Beatles were doing what Ike Turner was doing, what Jimi Hendrix was doing, what Little Richard was doing, what all these foundational Black Americans were doing, but because they were palatable. And they told you themselves that they were singing Black music no different than Elvis. So yeah, it's real easy to say, imagine when you're a European, rich, white man with an Asian wife who has more money than he knows what to do with, who had the unmitigated gall to say he was bigger than Christ himself and not get canceled. Yeah, you can imagine that because you're imagining it behind a gated community. And the second he stepped out of that gated community, one of his own people got it. But even that is culture. When we were not allowed to marry each other, to the point when you talked about traditions, we jumped the broom as a symbol to each other and everybody on the plantation or the property, because all slaves weren't on plantations, that this person is my person. I jumped the broom. To this day, I jumped the broom with my wife. That's a part of who we are. That is unique to us. No, we don't have a language, and I'm not going to rehash what I've already said, but we have to have a different level of understanding of what has happened, what continues to happen, and how there is a global conspiracy, whether we choose to understand it or not, to keep all of us separate. Having said that, there are things that happen in Haiti because of what Bill Clinton did when he was president and afterwards. There are things that happen in Jamaica that happen because of the British Crown, right? We all have our different cultural battles to fight, but we're all still Black. However, me saying that I have to take care of my two daughters does not mean that I don't care about every other Black woman on the face of the planet. They are my immediate responsibility as a foundational Black American. My immediate responsibility is to foundational Black Americans first, not saying foundational Black Americans first and F everybody else. I'm saying foundational Black Americans first because we're the ones that are bleeding and everybody has benefited from our blood, whether they choose to admit it or not. The 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment do not happen with us. Civil rights does not happen with us. These very loose, very fun immigration laws that folks are now playing and screwing all of us throughout the diaspora who are here in the Americas does not happen without foundational Black Americans. And so all of those things are extremely important to that conversation.
Freeze. Family, oh, we got to go there. 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 Let's talk about it. Let's be about it. First and foremost, family, foundational Black Americans do have a language, okay? And I just spoke about this the other day. I could sit down right now and talk to y'all, and I could say vibe, And y'all already know when I say vibe, I'm not talking about a vibration, something that vibrates. If I sit down and I tell you frequency, you know I don't mean turning your dial on your radio. If I sit here and I say energy, you know I don't mean heat. I'm talking about vibration, frequency, and energy. Those are terms that we speak of where we can have a whole conversation with somebody standing right next to us and they wouldn't even understand it. Okay, we are a remix culture. Every single thing that we've done, we've taken and we've remixed it in our own fashion. They gave us lemons, we made lemonade. Okay, now somebody gonna come around and say, you don't even have lemons. It's the damn lemonade you're drinking. We flipped it and we spun it in our favor. That's how it is. If I tell you right now, my sister Ty, I feel your energy, my sister. You already know what I'm talking about. I ain't got to break it down. But somebody who's from the outside, they hear that and they wouldn't know what the hell we saying. They'd be like, huh? What you mean vibe? Nothing's vibrating in here. I don't feel any shaking. Now, we ain't talking about that type of shaking. It's a vibe. If I sit down and I say, my sister, I feel your energy. I sit there and I say, my sister, I feel your frequency. My brother, I like the way you're doing that right there. We already know what we're talking about. Everything is a remixed culture. That's how foundational Black Americans are so excellent and so great. And by the way, this notion that you don't have a culture because you don't have a specific language, who the hell came up with that law? I keep hearing people use that as like a gotcha or I got you now. Hell no. You don't have a fam. Do you understand how many indigenous languages you have? You want to know why we use English predominantly? Is because foundational Black Americans and our indigenous antiquity, we had over 1 million different languages. Fam, we were here for hundreds of thousands of years. You don't think we had some native tongues? The problem is there wasn't one of us for hundreds of thousands of years using one term. There were literally millions of different foundational Black Americans all over the United States. Let me give you something. The Bilbo Mounds in Savannah, Georgia. They are 5,000 years old, family. You want to talk about the Hopewell? Those are 3,000 years old. Family, we had so many people here in the United States of America for hundreds of thousands of years. We had so many different damn ways. How the hell one language was going to make it out of all those millions for 100,000 years? Matter of fact, I look at it this way. If you use one, and I'm talking about one language, that means that you weren't really having a ground where you're at. We had so many different languages because there were so many different us. There's this thing that people believe, the indigenous foundational Black American culture. A lot of people believe that there was like one of us sitting around. Family, there wasn't one tribe here in the United States of America. Not for no damn hundreds of years. Not for no hundreds of thousands of years. Hell no. Do y'all know how many different languages there were for hundreds of thousands of years, family? Family, people started off talking with goddamn clicks. They were the click talkers that were here in America. That developed into people actually using speech in different languages that they had. So there were so many of us out there that the last one was English that we ended up doing, and we flipped and remixed that. So I don't use ABV, I say foundational Black American vernacular. And foundational Black American vernacular is actually a multitude of a lot of those indigenous antiquity languages infused in the modern day language. So when you hear it, don't think it's some broken ass English that we learned in slavery. No, it is a language that took English, infused it with the multitude of all of those millions of different languages that we use. And then this is why you got what we got. And this is why you speak the way we speak, family. It's a different game out here when you're dealing with foundational. Not even to mention how many damn accents we have right now today. Look how many accents we got. People in Baltimore, people in Louisiana, the West Coast, the Midwest, we all got different accents. So family, if right now today we got all these damn different accents, how many damn languages do you think we had 100,000 years forward? I rest my damn case. So that little thing of you don't have a language, you don't have a culture. And by the way, all of those languages that they got in Africa, how good is that working for them? Has their languages stopped any colonizer? Has their languages stopped any bamboo sticks from hitting them in the back of the neck? Has it stopped them from being completely destroyed on their homeland? Don't come talking to me about no damn language, because I'm looking at Africa right now and none of your damn languages do nothing for you. We are a remixed culture. We twist every damn thing, family. I had somebody, let me tell you this too. I got to address this, family. I had some bum come into the comment section a couple months ago, right? When I wear a cross, okay? I wear a cross because my mother gave me this cross, right? I wear a cross. Somebody said, Black Alpha, at least that Jamaican who got on the cake soap, at least he ain't wearing a cross like you wear. So I'm saying cake soap is better than wearing a cross. Family, do you know the average foundational Black American who wears a cross, they ain't doing it because of no damn Jesus of Nazareth? we view that as a remix thing where that really represents spirituality. How many of y'all, your grandmothers may have gave you a Bible? Your grandmother may give you a cross. They may give you something that may start with the way they view it, but you flipped it into a means how you do it. Typically, when foundational Black Americans have a cross, we don't remix that all the way around where that got something to do with just a spiritual element. It may not be this religion, it may not be that religion, but what it really is we're talking about the spiritual element behind it. And if grandma gave it to me, then goddamn it, grandma gave it to me. Yeah, this motherfucker's talking about some goddamn cake soap. He's defending cake soap over cross. So all of us who ever wore a cross, we all bad. And cake soap is good. I said, if you don't sit your goddamn cake soap Bafarian ass down and be quiet, yet we wear a lot of foundational Black. Let's be real, bro. We made it popping. Who really made crosses popping? It be the rappers with the diamonds in the cross, fam. Ain't nobody, you think they doing that because of Jesus? A white Jesus on the wall? We ain't going to, fam. This ain't Nigeria with a big ass goddamn Jesus statue. Okay, a lot of foundational Black Americans, we do things that on the outside, you may see it that way. That ain't why we do it. What my brother said it all the time. He said 2 people could do the same thing for 2 different reasons. Your ass may do it for that. That ain't why you did it. Remember, you go back to the civil rights era. There was one person marching for Black liberation. There was another person marching for white women in Walmart, but they was at the same goddamn event. Hell no, family. So we wear it in a lot of different means. And really for us, it becomes either style, fashion, or simply just means spirituality. And we flip it. And that's what they don't like about us, is that we can take the smallest thing in the world, fam. I could take this goddamn phone and somebody will see a phone. This shit made me something completely different to me. And foundational Black Americans can do it because we said that's how we are. It's a more of a style. Absolutely. It's a style. It's a representation. That's really the way it was. And this is why foundational Black Americans have been so strong, is because no matter what's put in front of us, we can flip it. We can twist it and turn it. I'm going to be honest with you, y'all. I'm just being real. This is just me. This is just me. I'd rather wear a cross that my grandmother gave me from Kentucky than run around here with a nook or whatever the hell from Africa. That's just me, because I'm a foundational Black American, okay? Because I'm not out here representing that on no type of goddamn time on anything other than what this means. My grandma said, be safe, baby. Baby, be safe. Have this. It means something to me, cherished based on my family. I'm not running around out here on some whole other type of time. This is the same thing I talk about where I say, we may take some. Take the damn N-word. You can take the N-word, family. Y'all know how the N-word started. What does it mean now? What does it mean now? We took a term that people used to lambaste us with, and now it's a term of endearment. See, we're not running around here trying to chase after something. I don't like when people come in like, man, you got on the damn shirt. Man, you need to be put on that damn dashiki. Hell no. I ain't doing none of that. FBA, well, let me tell you something, fam. Whatever you do, you make sure you rock it. Look at the American flag, family. First off, we created the American flag, but you still got people who run around here and they say, man, you put down that damn American flag? Man, what's wrong with you, man? That damn American flag ain't nothing. There's always somebody that's trying to put their way of doing something on us, but they don't understand. We did it on our own. We did it on our own with our own time. There's a lot of different religions. I respect everybody's religion, but don't think every foundational Black American running around here wearing a cross is doing it because of some goddamn white Jesus. Because I'm trying to tell you, it's the same way I can say N-word to my brother, and if you say it, then I'm gonna whoop your ass. So it's a big difference between what we do. And guess what? We're the only ones who understand that. So you apply everything I just said, from the cross to lemonade. You apply that to language, it's the same exact thing. I don't give a damn if it's English. They English ain't the same as our English. Our English has a completely different representation because we're 2 different people. Foundational Black Americans, I'm telling you right now, we are a remix culture. And until you understand that we are a remix culture, where we put our own definitions and we put our own terms to things, you'll never really understand the Black American experience. I used to have a friend all the time, and we would debate, and he would go and get the dictionary. He'd be like, well, the dictionary, I was like, what? The what? Nigga, the dictionary? You better get, I'm trying not to curse, the dictionary. Boy, you better get, you can find me whole different phrases in the dictionary. And I'm going to tell you right now, FBA, we may use those same damn words for completely different meanings. This is why it's hard for people to detect what we're up to. You can put a Karen or a Ken right here next to us, and I can talk to any of y'all. They wouldn't even know what we're saying. They may hear the word and how they use it, but it ain't how we use it. They may wear the cross and it means that to them. That ain't meaning that it means this way for us. So this is the beauty of foundational Black Americans, fam. Remember, we are a remix culture because we're the people that they gave us nothing and we made something. And when we made something, we created it in our image. You want to be honest with you, fam? The reason why they don't like us is because every single thing that we touch, we created in our image and it represents us. This is why they don't like that. That's why they're always trying to Africanize things. It all goes back to us, family. We could have 10 different meanings to one damn thing. They don't know because they're not us. It's an FBA thing. So I'm going to need you to COA the hell out. Watch this right here. Furthermore, it gets real. And this is what I'm talking about. Shout out to David Anderson, by the way. Watch this right here. This big old milk dud head African talking, and he ends up getting shut down. Watch this.
I could tell clearly, what did we lose as a result of colonization in Africa? What did you lose as a result of slavery? If you don't fix that which you lost, you're not going to make any way forward. So in Africa, the countries that exist today were never there. They forced a group of tribes that have their own distinct cultures to become a country. So they've lost their distinct cultures, trying to have a culture as a collective, which is never going to happen. So for me, first and foremost, when I talk about culture, I'm talking about a worldview, meaning the collective have to have one reason they are here on earth. And that thing is what drives them. It's what makes them wage wars, conquer people, anything. You ask anybody, in 1884, it was the Irish journalist who finally found a word to describe the English man, which he called the manifest destiny. That exceptionalism of the Englishmen, now you call them Americans. The American exceptionalism is the American culture, that they believe that God put them on this earth to colonize and civilize others. And that's what drives them to go out there and try to...
No, it's not. Fam, I want y'all to notice what I said before. Africans always view America as white people. I want y'all to notice that, family. Everything I just told you about touching everything in our image, they do not see America as black people. They can't associate. They struggle associating greatness with anything other than white. This is why he keeps saying the American culture. Notice he keeps, fam, I want y'all to notice, when it comes to white American culture, he sees that very clear. When it comes to black American culture, then he seems to not be able to understand it. It's because he does not want to live in a world where black Americans have our own culture opposed to white folks.
And there's a couple of things that I got to push back on simply because they were not available to us. See, when Frank was born, he inherited a culture. We had to make one with what we had.
Right there.
Some of us, if you take any...
Shout out to my brother. There you go. Watch my brother just said right there, family. We had to make one. Everything we do, we remix it. We are the ones who remix everything up. You can't talk to me if you ain't remixed the culture. Y'all inherited all of that stuff, family. We had all of these indigenous people right here in America, and we all had to remix things so we could all be the same FBA energy.
If I were to swab any one of you, you would find some Nigerian, you would find some Ghanaian. Like, we had to hodgepodge, not to mention out of all of the places that black people were forced into when we were slaves, 3% came to what we now consider the United States of America. And then we were bred over time. We were buck broken.
3% came to the United States of America. So you're talking about 3% of slaves simply in the 1600s. And you're dealing with hundreds of thousands of years before then. Hundreds of thousands, 3%. Hundreds of thousands, 3%. Family, we have an indigenous culture that you see inside of our modern culture, but they're not ready for that.
And over time, they would take our women and grape them out of respect for your channel. You know what I'm saying? Drop the G. And then on top of that, they had a split breast system. And the split breast system means that one breast would feed the white children of the slave master and the other one would feed the black children that were going to be bought off and sold. We also have a situation where we had to face things that no other black person on the continent had to face. You know, taking our children and feeding them to alligators, lynching, Jim Crow, all of those things. And when you look at it, whether we choose to acknowledge it or not, the pulse of America runs through foundational black Americans. Who was the first person to die in the Revolutionary War? Crispus Attucks, black man, foundational black American, right? Harriet Tubman made the Underground Railroad and stopped it in Philadelphia. There are all of these things that have happened that make it who we are. Now, as a person who was the first black youth president of an organization called the National Conference of Christians and Jews, to Frank's point, I do agree, you don't really see your culture until you're out of it. So I'm a raisin and buttermilk in a conversation where there's a bunch of white Christians and a bunch of Jewish people, and they're like, hey, we do this. I'm like, no, black people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? From the way we walk, the way we talk, the way we eat, the way we move. Not to mention, you can't go anywhere on this earth without seeing our influence. The problem is, unlike any other black culture on the face of the planet, we have been colonized and monetized for profit by everyone, including the Koreans. K-pop ain't nothing but R&B. Let's call it what it is. And it's R&B under duress, because if you look at what happened with Megan Thee Stallion when she was dealing with those K-pop girls, she was like, oh, it's serious up in here. Because if they miss a step, they get what Joe Jackson gave Mike and them, but worse. There are all of these things that take place. that no one wants to talk about. So no, we don't have a language because we weren't allowed to speak our language under penalty of death. When you talk about you can't come to the cookout and things of that nature, people forget picnic is an abbreviated slang term, which means you get to picnic to lynch. Postcards came from pictures that they used to take the back of and mail for people who couldn't see the lynching that they had. All of these things we survived. And the funny thing is, everyone's coming over here and benefiting from the fact that we put out the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. All of those things that started as the Black Liberation Movement, but then got shoehorned into civil rights because everybody wants to come off of our pain. It's still a part of who we are. American culture is Black culture. The problem is, not only did we have to create it, but everybody else got to monetize it. We don't own major forms of media. So the message that goes out to the world about foundational Black Americans is very lopsided. It's very negative. Even Frank said to Nancy, he said, well, what is your culture? Twerking? Negating the fact that twerking started in Africa. Mating ritual.
Oh, Mr. African man, quiet now. Y'all notice they get real quiet when you start getting them with them facts. Real quiet. How don't you talk about that there, Mr. African man? Yeah, where twerking come from? Oh, yeah. You can't pull that degenerate stuff on us with that, though.
Things of that nature, tying of the hip, stop me when I go wrong. All of these things get put out as if that's who we are. And it's a very limited, very narrow-minded, very sore and very disingenuous snapshot of who we are, because we get put into killers, baby mamas, this and that and the other. And then when you look at how the media is weaponized, right? They'll take people throughout the diaspora and then put them on platforms and then bring them here. I'll give you an example. There's a show on CBS called Bob Hart's Abishola. And she said things that were much more incendiary than what Frank said. You know, oh, what is it? Gangbangers and baby mamas?
Crazy.
No. That energy is designed to keep us a certain way. And then when you talk about how the entertainment is weaponized, because that's the message, that's our largest export. It always has been. Our talent and our ability to entertain, but not capitalize on said entertainment. You can't point to one major Black-owned record company. You can't point to one major Black-owned media outlet. You can't point to one major media or technological distribution center that is controlled, owned, and managed by foundational Black Americans. And so the message of foundational Black Americans that gets out is not our message. And I completely
and from that.
Woo! Straight up and down. Let's unpack. Let's go. Absolutely. See, that's exactly what we be talking about right there, family. First off, the African man act like he know what it is. See what they do, fam? They run their mouth, and then when you check them with facts, they just get quiet. See, I'm a little different than my brother. Shout out to my brother. But I'm a little different because quiet ain't gonna get you no pass with me. I'm gonna be all in your grill, just to let you know. I might even make fun of your mama's mama. Who knows? But I'm gonna let you hear that disrespect, and it's gonna come right back at you. But think about a couple points that my brother said. First off, let me say this, fam. You're absolutely right when we say we created things and we remix things. Some of the things we created, we remix, or some of the things we took from others and we remix, or things that were thrust on us and we remix. But everything done got remixed. That's just what it is, fam. We remix our own culture. Look at hip hop music. Hip hop music essentially has been remixed a million times. Okay, you got all different genres of hip hop because it keeps on growing. Not only are we the innovators and the creators, we're also people who evolve those creations. You dig? A lot of other people, first off, they don't create nothing. And if they did create something, they'll create it and they'll stay where it's at. Foundational Black Americans, we create something and where it starts is nowhere near where it's at today. If you look at right now in the music industry, now people do digital music. Do you know all of that is a creation of foundational Black Americans? Okay, no longer do you have reels anymore. And then the CDs, that all turned because foundational Black Americans and our exceptionalism and our innovative skills started to progress things. We create so much, y'all, you can't encapsulate it. You can't stop it. Our creations not only are created by us, they're evolved by us. So we take it a next step and a next step. Things that we're doing right now today will evolve. So not only are we the people who are the first creators, we're also the person who created on 1 million. That's just the way we do because we're such innovative, creative people. Why are we such innovative and creative people? It's simply because of cause and effect. Okay. Necessity is the biggest form of creation. That's an old model, an old statement. And it was necessary that we created these things based on our survival and our excellence. And this is why nobody's like us, because their DNA and their structural mentality is not on par with us. We needed to create things. We created them. We needed to evolve them. We evolved them. And we just kept on pushing and going down the line. Now, I understand an African who ain't done nothing in modern history wouldn't understand this. Okay. An African who associates greatness with white people would never understand this. But we are out there right now doing it. Fam, I'm gonna be real. Hey, I know he be on some other stuff, but what Diddy and Bad Boy say? We invented the remix. That's FBA, okay? We invented the damn remix. Everything is all based on us. And isn't that life? In life, family, I don't give a damn. They give a foundational Black American a rock. Trust me, that rock gonna turn into a damn weapon. You give foundational Black Americans a damn a stone. That stone gonna turn into a house. You give foundational Black American a potato, you're gonna get sweet potato pie. This is how we get in. See, fam, nobody can relate to us. We're just that brilliant. We're brilliant people who always innovate and create, and the world just can't keep up. There's two types of people: those who know what the hell we're talking about, or those who don't know what we're talking about. Those who don't know what we talk about, they can't wrap their feeble minds around something so great, especially when it's coming from us. So this is why we're so strong with every single thing that we do. We always be pushing that line. Look at fashion, fam. Fashion is always evolving. That's because of foundational Black Americans, okay? Technology is always moving along. That's because of foundational Black Americans. You look at everything on a technological aspect, it's been foundational Black Americans who created all of it. So that all goes back to who we are, and who we are one of one. Nobody can compete or compare. Now, let's say this about the indigenous culture. I want to say this, okay? Because there's a lot of stuff that gets mixed up in indigenous culture. Family, do you know we do so many things in our indigenous nature that we don't even know why we do it? Let me ask y'all a question. Shout out to the fam, right? When you see somebody, a foundational Black American, we talked about this before. When you see a brother or sister and you throw them a head nod, family, who taught you how to do that? Did you ever learn that? Did somebody sit you down and do that? Or is that just something you picked up on with an innate hardwired ability to do so? Do you understand that when we would do things like the head nod, do you understand those were means of communication and us verbalizing without using words? People don't ever give us credit. It takes a foundational Black American such as myself and such as y'all to really break this down. Who taught you how to head nod when you see somebody? Man, a brother could be walking down the street right now, and I could be walking down the street, never seen him before. His family could be from the West Coast. My family could be from the East Coast. When I see him, I'm going to throw a head nod, and he going to throw one back. And other people don't do this. How do you know? It's because when you walk past other people, fam, does a Chinese person throw you a head nod? Does a white person throw you a head nod? Do Africans throw you a head nod? Hell no. So my question is, who the hell taught you how to do that? Or is it something that's been inept based on pass downs because of our DNA structure? Remember, family, your DNA hold memory. Remember that, fam. This is your genetic memory. Let me give you another example, family. When you dap somebody, you do all of this stuff. In fact, other people don't do that. They just like, hi, Bob. Nice to see you again. How's your wife? Good, man. That casserole was great. How's the fentanyl? Real good. I was high as hell last night. All right. Nice to see you. All right. That's how they do it. Fam, you might see a brother. Fam, you don't teach nobody this. I was sitting there dapping up folks when I was young. All of that stuff, fam. That's a foundational Black American ritual. We've been doing that since day one. The head nod. You nod up out of respect to a peer. You nod down out of respect to an elder. Nobody sat me down and taught me that the same way nobody sat you down and told you that either. You just do it. It's the same way if you see a brother. What's up? What's another thing we do, family? We dap each other and we give that hug. Who the hell taught you how to do that? Again, this is only Black Americans, because if you watch everybody else, how come they don't do it? If this was something that the whole world does, and this is the white man culture, how come he doesn't do it? A lot of us would see this from hip hop music and we thought we were doing it from rap. Rap got it from the culture. The culture of rap music came from us. These are things that we've been doing and how we communicated with each other based on those hundreds of thousands of indigenous years. And then when you infuse all that with modern time, we ended up developing this system in which we communicate without using words. The dap, where we dap each other up. It's a simple thing we do. A pound. That's something. Who the hell does that, family? Anybody doing it gets it from us. So my question now becomes, who did you get it from? You got it from the person in the mirror. And the person in the mirror got it from their parents, who got it from their parents. And eventually it's hardwired into your DNA. You don't even know why you do it. This is a foundational Black American ritual in which we just do naturally because we are very naturalized people. This is why everybody says our spiritual elements are just different than everybody else. You guys ever notice that our spiritual elements are different? Go sit around another community, and I'm telling you, within 2 minutes, you'll realize, God damn, there's literally hundreds of things that we do no one else does. Nobody else does. We got spiritual stories that we could talk about that nobody else can relate to. Family, what do we always talk about? Our young kids always end up seeing a grandmother or grandparent that passed away before they were born. I've been around other communities. They don't have those stories. Just to go ahead and cancel it for anybody who thinks they do, I never hear these stories from other people. Never at all. Because our spiritual system is more connected to here because we are from here. Remember, spirituality has a lot about location. location. Okay, you can go all across the world and they all have different spiritual practices. Those are theirs. And it's rooted on where they're at. Why do you think our spiritual connection is so different and rare than everybody else's? It's because we're the indigenous people. So our connection to the landmass, it only hyper focuses on our spirituality and our connection, which therefore gives us the opportunity to do things that others could never fathom doing. That goes to the head nod. That goes to the dap. That goes simply to our spiritual connection and seeing spirits in which we do. Y'all notice another thing about us, family? I'm preaching, boy. We in here. I'm rocking. You know, another thing that we do, y'all ever notice whenever you start talking about everybody else, whenever they talk about spirits, it's always like some spooky, scary, bad stuff. Y'all ever notice that, family? You notice when foundational Black Americans, we typically start off when we talk about spirits and it's always an ancestral positive thing. And then when we do talk about negative spirits, we separate the two of them. Y'all notice that the dominant society, whenever they talk about spirituality, it's always ghosts and ghouls and goblins, always with like a negative connotation. They don't ever talk about the damn ancestors and none of that. They don't ever talk about that. They don't ever talk about the spiritual vibe and the presence. No, it's always Ghostbusters and the evil ghost who's going to come and get you and stuff. That's how they talk. We typically, when we talk spirituality, we talk from an aspect of positivity, positive energies. I pray to the ancestors, the spiritual connection. Ours is always more of a positive vibe. And we can separate the negative because we highlight the positive. They get straight to the negative. Man, that damn ghost was flying through the wall and it chased me up the stairs and that's an evil damn thing. You don't ever hear them really talk about positive spirits. And if they do talk about positive spirits, it's never anything good. You even hear W's talk about their damn family members was chasing them. Grandpa came after me for what I did. Grandpa's been dead for 29 years. But he was here last night and he was looking at me. You know, it's always something spooky and bad. We ain't on that kind of time. We just a completely different energy, fam. And our vibration is definitely spiritual and our souls are so strong. This is the difference between us. And trust and believe, y'all, from the spiritual element all the way down to what I'm talking about. Notice nothing. Mentally, physically, spiritually. Those are terms that only we use. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Those are terms only we use. Listen to the positive connotation, but notice how it is exclusive to the foundational Black American family tree and how we all practice this without ever being taught it. Anytime you practice something without ever being taught something, that means that it's embodied in you and it's hardwired in you. And all you got to do is find out how many of your brothers and sisters have the same hardwiring. And then you know it goes back to what? It goes back to the lineage, the heritage, and the culture, and we're one of ones. So shout out to the whole foundational Black American family tree, fam, because we be out here doing things that are magnificent. Can't nobody see us, family. We remix everything that we touch. We put a good soul on it. We got that good foundational Black American vibration, and can't nobody see it. They can't even identify it. They can't realize it. And they just, quite frankly, fam, at this point, have to bow out. But as we sit here, we proceed and we go down right here, you know what I'm saying? And we rock everything that we do on our foundational Black American time. I see y'all in the chat. Another thing that we definitely got to acknowledge and we got to bring up with these people is, again, that right there, family. When you start talking about the 14th Amendment and you start talking about certified foundational Black Americans, the main key component that everybody's afraid of is how in the hell can we stop these foundational Black Americans from being the true indigenous people of the United States of America and not be able to stop foundational Black American growth. They don't want you to be the indigenous people of the United States because guess what? If you're the indigenous person of the United States, then every single thing that I just said is going to harm them. And they don't want none of that damn smoke. It all goes back to that. You are an American. And the fact that you are an American, that right there gives you certain power and capabilities no one else has. Remember, y'all, with great Black American power comes great Black American responsibility. And we all have that. And this is why we build so fast. You can look beyond every layer, fam. It's always going to go back to who? It's always going to go back to us. And when it goes back to us, the last thing that you will ever see any of these other individuals do is be on our type of playing time. So I want y'all to look at this right here, fam. This is what I'm talking about these individuals and how they come over here and they try to slide themselves into our culture. Africans, you can't do this. Africans, you ain't us. This is why we wholeheartedly reject any Africanization or Africanizing of Black American culture. Because think about everything we just discussed for the last 15 minutes. The spiritual stuff, the inept stuff, the remixing, the hardwired. Think about all of that, family. And with one damn African who ain't on board with none of that, they'll try to come over here and place themselves into our culture. Look at this right here. This is what I mean by FBA. We different. Watch this right here. You can see exactly what I mean when I tell you that these people are on a different time than us. Up there in Minnesota, these individuals are trying to run amok, but it ain't working too damn well. Watch this.
What up, lady?
Yeah. ICE! Fuck ICE! Fuck Donald Trump! Don't show them anything!
You got more whistles. More whistles. You need to leave. You're not welcome. Get the fuck out of here. I thought everyone was welcome. I thought everyone was welcome. You was ICE? I thought everyone.
We are here.
Why are you here?
Where are you from? Where are you from?
They not us, y'all. This is why we delineate. This is how they responding to everything up there, family. So Mr. Milk Dud African talking about Black American culture. Oh, we got a culture. I just laid it all the way out. And it's thorough. What the hell do you call this? This sounds like squatting.
That's what happens when you let the third world in. Spitting at officers. Spitting at officers, blocking traffic.
Hey, shoot, man. They all illegal.
I just get them out of here. Make America great again. I'm John Fitzgerald, and I am a MAGA. Make America great again. Get them the hell out of here. Get them the hell out of here.
You hear the way these guys are talking to him.
Yeah, no, I want them gone. I want them out of here. They are the most unfriendly. We live right across the street from them. And there's been times where this whole cul-de-sac has been completely lined with Mercedes, BMWs.
This is how they talk. Second generation.
Come here. Hey, I'm right here though.
Unbelievable. This is the problem. You got the second, third generation here. You invited them in, invite the illegals in, and then they have kids that hate this country, are taught to hate this country. And then you got neighbors living right across the street that have to deal with it.
There might be repercussions for me because, but.
Repercussions? What do you mean, Jethro? Fam, we sitting this all out.
15, 20, 25 know where I live. I ain't afraid.
Yeah.
I'm not backing down.
If you could say something to President Trump to Tom Holland, what would you tell him?
President Trump, start with Ilhan Omar, get her out of here and drag all of this business here, get them out of here. Yeah, we're Americans. Yeah.
So I noticed you've got a for sale sign out here. How much of that decision has to do with the illegals and the Somalis that are here in the neighborhood?
Oh, a lot. It's a major part of our reason why we want to get out of here. I'm wondering, it's been a little over a year now that we've been on the market. Can't sell, hasn't sold. I have to ask, why not? This is a beautiful neighborhood, except for that.
With your tax dollars.
Yeah, my tax dollars and your tax dollars, and anybody who's listening to this and who sees this, it's your money too. And there it is.
What do you think of your governor and your mayor?
Oh, it's another reason why we're leaving. We just get us out of here. I mean, I hate to feel like I'm the one that needs to leave, but that's how I feel. I'm the one that needs to leave. Oh, geez.
That's sad.
Are they making the Mayos flee? Is this what's happening, family? Are the Mayos fleeing now? Are they? That right there is exactly why us foundational Black Americans are over here doing our thing, family. This is getting real messy by the second, fam. It's getting real crazy by the second. That is showing you right now. Dude said there's going to be consequences and repercussions and all that. Oh, it's about to get worse. Oh, it's about to get worse. And this is why the Africanizing of Black Americans is not working for them. They wanted all us to be on that, fam. Let's be real. They wanted to tie us into all of that, but they simply cannot. To the point where they're acknowledging that FBA are FBA, and them folks are going to be out the way. That right there is showing you right there. Yeah, absolutely. It's about to be white flight. And this is why I was saying earlier that the dominant society is viewing this situation, and they looking at it and they like, well, hold on now, wait a minute. This is what the hell y'all got going on over there? This is what y'all doing over there? This is why Minnesota and Minneapolis is being looked at as a dry run for the rest of America. This is why Jethro down in Texas was saying he ain't having none of it. They're looking at that right there and they're saying that's what's been happening up there. It better not happen where I live. So it's only going to intensify and the conflict is only going to rise. And the more that conflict rises, the more you're going to see policies to prevent it. There will be more policies that are set out to stop these individuals from doing all of that. So when Mr. Mayo's out there having a hard damn time, it's one or the other. Delineation came at the exact same time and the exact right time and the exact precise time. Delineation separated us from the whole audience. The crowd can't come near us no more. And that's the beauty of being a certified foundational Black American. What we say goes. And speaking of what we say goes, family, these individuals, are we seeing a reverse? Are we seeing white flight, fam? I'm going to tell you right now, if white folks start leaving where they from because of the tethers, it's about to get super real, super real. But family, they've been trying to go back in time and twist and turn our foundational Black American culture. Have y'all been seeing now that the Africans are coming out and trying to make it look like Africans were fighting to save Black people back in the day? Now you're seeing a lot of the Tethers and Pan-Africans, they saying things like, oh no, we wanted to help all of the slaves that we sold. See, when we start saying that they sold Black people and they sold off other slaves, they went back to the drawing board and were like, no, we didn't. Y'all look at this dude right here, right? This guy right here, he swears up and down that Africans did fight back. You're seeing more of these propaganda pieces with Africans pretending that there was some type of battle of stopping their other brothers and sisters from being sold and trying to be saved. This is nothing more than them trying to say, Black Americans, we tried to stop slavery. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And remember, 3%, really about 2% of slaves came here to North America. But that's another one. Watch this guy, family, and notice how they're trying to rewrite African history about their involvement in the slave trade.
Did Africans really not try to get back their loved ones stolen in the Atlantic slave trade? Hello, everyone. My name is Taharka Ade, an Africologist, scholar of Africa and the African diaspora. And many of you might have heard the notion espoused that Africans never looked for other Africans that were stolen away in the Atlantic slave trade. However, the truth is that Africans searched, paid ransoms, wrote kings, wrote governors, crossed oceans, and literally risked their lives to rescue people stolen away in the European trade of enslaved Africans.
No, they didn't. Fam, when have y'all ever heard that? When have you ever heard that lie? Man, boy, I'm telling you right now, fam, this is them trying to respond to when we say, y'all owe us reparations. Now is we fought for y'all. We tried. Okay, I'm going to let them talk.
Africans. Here are a few examples. King Nyambana of Sierra Leone tried to rescue 3 relatives of his sold away to the West Indies. A leader in Guinea-Bissau wrote...
3 of his relatives. But notice, fam, he didn't say nothing about all the other slaves. He said this man tried to get 3 of his relatives back. That's such a major feat.
To the King of Portugal trying to rescue someone of importance to him. And King Gezo of Dahomey sent a delegation to the Americas to rescue someone believed to be his mother and had her returned. But it wasn't just kings and people in high places. For example, Shade Richards recalls the story of how his grandfather traveled from Africa all the way to Georgia in order to rescue his son, Alfred. Though both men did not survive the journey, there's also the story of a father from Timbo who spent 4 years trying to recover his son, Amado. Another story involves an ordinary man begging the governor to help free his friend Famara, as well as a young boy who had been sent away. Fathers crossing oceans, friends petitioning governors, people paying any ransom they could to return their loved ones back home. But I feel it's important to note that for ordinary Africans in this period, crossing the Atlantic to retrieve a loved one would have been very, very difficult, and many would not have survived the journey, although there are a few exceptions. But most lacked the wealth, political connections, or even access to ships to make such a journey feasible. And even when people tried to recover loved ones by writing letters or attempting ransoms or even attempting to travel the Atlantic, most of their efforts rarely made it into the historical record.
Because it never happened. It never happened. Fam, this man sat there and tried to make it look like there was some type of massive campaign. And notice everything he's saying are well-to-do Africans who sold their peasants and they went back to look for their friends or family. You probably ended up selling some of your damn family members and you want to go get a brother back. You want to go get a cousin back, if that even happened. This man, no, he's straight up lying, family. Oh, the one guy went to go look for his one kid. That one guy went to go look for the other. All the damn Africans that y'all sold, and you sitting here giving me 3 relatives like I'm supposed to move. Y'all didn't do nothing. You did the same thing you're doing today. You sold each other out left and right. You threw each other under the damn bus. And now you want to make it look like there was some type of concentrated effort to go help each other. No, the hell it wasn't. And here's the kicker. How come you stopped if you did it? He's sitting here trying to tell us that it was something that they did. Okay, question is now, how come you stopped? You could have continued. I don't know about anybody else, but if it's something that you really wanted to do and something you wanted to get done, I would assume that you would have continued until you found them. So I'm calling cap on you, Mr. I Bucking, because I don't believe you.
Meaning there are countless efforts made by people attempting to recover their loved ones that will remain invisible to history. For more information on this, including more details on the information I've shared with you in this video, I encourage you to read Fighting the Slave Trade.
Fighting the slave trade. Y'all see what I'm talking about, family? And one of the things that they always do, oh man, we was fighting the slave trade and we were doing this right there. Trans tether, I like that. Trans tether. That's the trans tether talking right there. What are the things that we tried to do was lie? How about that one? And the lie ain't working. Because Africans have been selling Africans out for the longest amount of time. Africans have never had a camaraderie with other Africans. Africans have never been on the same page with other Africans. Africans have always been confrontational towards each other. And now this fake thing that they fought back or they tried to fight and they were defending each other, we all know that isn't true. We know that's not true. The history has shown that Africans sold out other Africans so those Africans can make good amends with the white folks, and therefore they can end up getting what they believe belongs to them. You never sold anybody that wasn't somebody that wanted to be sold, okay? And I said that because a lot of the folks in Africa, they wanted to go with the white people. I'm just being honest. Fam, a lot of them weren't kicking and screaming. I'm only being honest. A lot of them were not kicking and screaming. A lot of them was like, oh, I go with him. He's nice. A white man, you're good. And then he was saying, okay, take him. Fam, there was a double-edged sword going on. There were the Africans who thought that they was going to go have a nice little slumber party with the Europeans. And then you had the Africans that were selling them that didn't give a damn about each other. It was always a backstabbing culture that still persists and goes on today. We, FBA, are the only ones that consistently have resisted, that have consistently stood on business. These individuals have never been on that type of time. Look what's going on right now, family. Look at this right here. This right here is all of the African countries that are fighting each other. 15 African countries that are beefing with each other. So when they come over here and they worrying about FBA business, I say regulation, deportation, and delineation.
15 African countries that are beefing each other. At number 15 is Rwanda and Burundi. Burundi will never chop since morning and they beef another country. If you didn't know, Burundi is the poorest country in the world. So I'm shocked that they have time to be beefing Rwanda. These two countries apparently have historic ethnic political rivalries. Interesting. Number 14 is Libya and Chad. At number 13 is Ethiopia and Egypt. These two countries have a historic rivalry, but also recently they have been fighting over the Jed Dam, one of the biggest dams in all of Africa. At number 12 is the Democratic Republic of Congo and Uganda.
They're fighting over a dam, y'all. They're fighting over a dam. Proceed.
Accuses Uganda of supporting rebels. They also have conflicts over gold-rich border areas. At number 11 is Sudan versus South Sudan. We all know the reason why these two countries are fighting. They were once one country. They now had a civil war and split it into two. Now, I think Sudan has so many natural resources, so South Sudan is trying to get a lot of that resources. Anyway, at number 10 is Namibia versus Botswana. These two countries have border disputes, and Botswana has a shoot-to-kill policy against Namibian poachers. Number 9 is Cameroon versus Cote d'Ivoire. This is mainly a football rivalry. Number 8 is Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda. DRC accuses Rwanda of supporting M23 rebels. Rwanda accuses DRC of harboring militias. This is one of the most dangerous rivalries in all of Africa.
Is this Pan-Africanism, y'all? Is this Pan-Africanism? This is what they tell us about Pan-Africans. Have you seen one Pan-African come out and tell you how many African countries are feuding with each other? Let me just fast forward because I can barely hear out what this guy's saying. It seems like these individuals ain't rocking with each other.
There's been repeated shop closures and deportation issues, media and cultural rivalry, including music and who has the best jollof rice. If you like this list and other lists like this, please follow and like for my
beefing over jollof rice, y'all. Beefing over jollof. He said it. This man African. This man said they out there feuding over Jollof. This is an international battle over Jollof.
And cultural rivalry, including music and who has the best jollof rice. If you like this list, I want to that list like.
Let me tell you something. We're going to fight over a lot of things, but it ain't going to be who makes the best rice. I don't really think you need to be having an international battle over rice. That's just me. But you see right there, fam, still feuding, still fighting, still can't get along, still on that type of time. And you wonder why foundational Black Americans are like, no, we going to go ahead and just be ourselves. Fam, being you is the best thing that you could ever do. Being you is the best thing that you could possibly ever come up with. It puts you right in the right position, exclusive. You on game and you on point, and you just making it happen. And that's why we have gone far, because we have separated ourselves from all of that. Ain't going to be no U-turns and no turnarounds with that one, y'all. Hell no. Hell to the no. FBA good over here doing FBA things. FBA good over here standing on FBA business. And the more we stay the hell over here doing our measures, the more we good to go. Because if you look right now, you can see consistently these individuals just ain't on the same page. I mean, you're out here having a war over Jollof rice. Family, them some real battles. And while they're not over there feuding over Jollof, let me tell y'all something else that they got going on. And this is even more disturbing. While they're over there feuding with Jollof and Dams and Bush, what say, Bushmeat Brawl? Jollof generals. Yep. Look at this though, family. That's how they treat each other. You guys know what I'm all saying, fam. Africans hate anybody with melanin. They love people who don't have melanin. So coming over here talking about you don't get Black American culture, let me tell you, let me go ahead and make this clear for all the Africans out there, okay? Because I'm a little different. Black Alpha, I'm going to make it plain, straight to the point. Black Americans, we love foundational Black Americans and foundational Black American empowerment. We don't give a damn about nobody else. We do all of that. Africans and Jamaicans and Haitians, they, on the other hand, they cannot stand anybody who's got some melanin. They love everybody who does not have melanin. How do you know? Cameras got to roll. Look at this right here, family. This is what they do when the colonizer goes over there and marries one of them. Let me make this clear. Jackie Chan married Mrs. Fufu. Mrs. Fufu's whole family are turning up. So while they're feuding over Jollof rice, they're feuding over a dam, they're calling us Okada and Jareer, this is what they're doing when Yao Ming shows up. There they go. What the hell? Y'all seeing this? Look at all them over there bucking their eyes. Look at all that love. Ooh, nah. Oh, Jackie, he doing the Jackie Chan flip. Uh-oh, he doing the Yao Ming shuffle. Look at this. Look at them, fam. She over there grinning. She got on cake soap her damn self. Look at this, fam. This man done married into the cake soap. Jackie Chan, cake soap, loving everybody other than your damn self. Very, very typical. Boy, they acting like they ain't never seen somebody do a damn cartwheel. Fam, y'all see that? He did a cartwheel. Ooh, oh, now. Oh, he did a cartwheel now. Oh, my goodness. Damn. Notice, y'all, the cameras weren't following the African. The camera's still on there. He ain't even looking at the camera. They're like, oh, follow him. I had to follow him. They over there out here just wilding, fam. They got Lucy Liu, Jackie Chan. They seeing the Bruce Lee moonwalk. They loving all of that, but they don't love themselves. Damn. It seems just like every single day there's another video of somebody going to Africa that ain't African, and then they have that whole charade for them. Y'all remember? It was the damn W guy walking down the street, and they was trying to take photos of him. Yep, you see Jackie Chan doing a cartwheel, they bugging all the way out. You see the Russian go over there, they rolling out the red carpet. You got 777-pound Becky from Connecticut. She go over there and get all the damn dates. It shows me that you love people from other countries. You love people from other cultures. You love people from different continents. And you love anybody that doesn't look black. Because who cannot stand black people the most? Africans, Jamaicans, and Haitians. How do we know that? It's because every time somebody isn't black, y'all throw a whole goddamn parade for him. The man did a damn cartwheel. Them little kids could do backflips in Africa. I don't see y'all talking about that, though. So it all goes back to what we always say. If you love everybody other than yourself, then you need to stay by yourself, and you can't come into the house that foundational Black Americans built. What house did foundational Black Americans build? It's called the USA, and there'd be no USA without FBA. We don't act like y'all. We don't walk like y'all. We don't talk like y'all. Y'all out there doing all types of shenanigans. Y'all jumping up and down. Y'all jumping for joy. Foundational Black Americans, we just focus on ourselves, focus on our money, and building this thing. We have a beautiful culture that has existed for hundreds of thousands of years. And we've won for hundreds of thousands of years. And we winning right now today. And we will continue to win for hundreds of thousands of years and beyond. So our future is so bright, we got to wear shades. Y'all are in your village. You on your continent. You getting broke down and you getting played. So the difference is clear. Ain't no capes for nobody. We ain't got no hugs and none of that. The only thing that we have in foundational Black America is a phone in which I'm going to call ICE or the Department of Homeland Security, and I will have all of y'all FBA haters removed from my country. Why? It's because I'm FBA and I said so. And whether it's rain, sleet, hail, or snow, your ass got to go, Mr. Mutombo. With that said, family, you already know it's been another live broadcast, certified foundational Black Americans, bars. And we ain't here holding it down the way we've always held it down. It's us, and that's the only thing that matters. Everybody right now is watching everything that we said come into play. We are stronger today than we were this time last year, and we only get stronger. That's why I always say, fam, we're untouchable, unbreakable, unmatched, and stronger than ever. And you know it. You know it in your soul, family. You know it in your spirit of spirits that this lineage cannot be broken. And I'm loving it. Man, you know, I had a conversation just when I was in California, and I thought about something, man. Isn't this fun, y'all? Isn't it fun? Isn't it fun, y'all, to be a part of this Renaissance era? I sit here and think about it all the time. And I go, man, it's cool. I can hit up my brother. And I'll be like, bro, you see what's going on, blah, 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 blah. I can hit up my sister. My sister's like, yeah, I see what's going on. It's cool to contact and communicate with all of y'all, to sit down and talk. Isn't this fun? I mean this, yo, straight up. Ain't this just a beautiful time to be alive and be a foundational Black American? The community right now is so beautiful, so strong. And the win, now our wins are matching our excellence. It's no longer the excellence with sad sob stories, right? It's no longer the, man, you know, one day we gonna get it and hopefully our kids. No. Now you look, the future is in great hands. The present is in great damn hands. So what the hell you think you gonna get? This is so fun. I love looking at my brothers and sisters that are into the indigenous culture and they can break it down. I love seeing my brothers and sisters that are all into the economics and they can break it down. Absolutely. Cloud 9. Love it. It's just beautiful. Man, I'm having a ball right now. Y'all so fun. You know what I mean? I was out there in California filming Hidden Colors, and I'm sitting there chopping it up with Tariq and a couple of the other brothers. I'm sitting there thinking, man, boy, I wouldn't trade this for the world. Man, it's so fun looking at all my beautiful foundational Black American women and seeing my beautiful foundational Black American women just excelling in everything. You know, it's so awesome to see my brothers out here so powerful and just excelling, seeing our family nucleus, seeing our money circulate, things that we identified that we needed to do. We're doing it. And we're not just doing it, we're winning in fashion. Fam, there's two things you can take away. We're winning, but man, it's the fashion and the dominance and how we're winning. We winning right now with dominance, y'all. It ain't just that we get victories. It's that these damn victories are untouchable, flawless, man. It's so fun. Watch my language, Alpha. Don't cuss. It's so beep fun to be in the presence of y'all. I really genuinely say this, fam, and I'll say this all the time. I wouldn't want to be a part of any other generation. I love all the other generations, y'all, but this generation is just so fun. And I don't mean generation in terms of age. I mean generation in terms of us being here and being on code. You know, we were just earlier talking about all the inept things that we do, and we're hardwired and we do things without actually getting taught it. We're on code and nobody sat down and said, this is the code. We just do it. Nobody sat down and said, hey, man, we're going to start dominating. We just do it. Certified, FBA, lineage. We just do it. Every day being a Black American is like waking up to a big ass parade, to a big family reunion. It feels like every day is a family reunion, y'all. Every day. You go get on your social media account, and I love seeing somebody get out of pocket, and then you look and you know the ride is going to get them. I love that stuff, right? I love hearing these spaces and these moves. I love predicting things. It is a beautiful time to be in FBA. And we do that standing on the shoulders of the giants before us and paving the way for everybody forward. But I'm talking about the on-code elders that we have so many of, the on-code young youth that is so prominent, man. We are well represented. We got the brothers in their 20s, the brothers in their 30s, the brothers in their 40s, the brothers in their 50s, all the way forward. Same with our sisters. We got the warriors out there. I showed you the clip earlier where the sister ran up on that little PDF, busted African, and then the brother came in and held her down. You're starting to see more of those videos. We ain't taking no ish from nobody. Ain't nobody running their mouth about us. You say something, we will see you live and in public. We ain't biting our tongue. We ain't holding back. We bringing the smoke to anybody who wants it. We letting the whole damn world know that it started with foundational Black Americans and it will always be foundational Black Americans. This is a family tree. We mean what we say and say what we mean. We certified all the damn time. We pushing the line for each other. We standing next to our brothers and sisters. The solidarity and the unity is strong, but it's strong amongst us. We got rid of every lie, the spell that they put on us, took all them jackets, threw it back at them, took Mr. Mutombo, threw his ass out the house. Yao Ming threw his ass out the house. Muhammad threw his ass out the house. Omar threw her ass out the house. Barack Obama out the house. And now I'm looking around the house and it's only us. But remember, y'all, that's how it was meant to be. So right now, family, we're walking in our destiny the way it's meant to be. And we're doing this right now. And we're on our way to forever. And I love being a part of it. And I love being a part of it with all of you guys. It's been my honor. My pleasure. Can't wait to see you guys again here in a few days. Certified all the damn time. And the biggest certified salute to all of my brethren, man. Love y'all with a passion. All right. We will see everybody here soon. Just remember that you got to have a great weekend. You got to show out. Do your thing, man. Two-step on them. And just know, man, you're a foundational Black American, so you woke up winning, all right? You woke up winning, and you're going to be awake winning, and you're going to go back to sleep winning, and then you're going to do the same thing over and over and over again, and everybody's already got the message because we already gave them the point. It is FBA all damn day, certified all the damn time. We are the strongest. We are the greatest. We are the best. And to the rest, there's no contest. Y'all enjoy your day. Always remember, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, no matter where you at, that Black is beautiful and beautiful is always Black. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Bring us on home. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.